Just swap over here. Okay. Well, come on in, everyone. It's time for Mario Kart. We're finally doing the new tracks that came out like 2 weeks ago, I think. And there's Zeno. Bruh? Zeno, can you speak? Yo. Hey, Simki.
Hello. There you go. I just got my audio.
Alright. Zeno has to rejoin the call because apparently Discord isn't picking up his microphone. Time to do what no Smash player ever does and go take a bath. Yeah, we actually get to take a bath. So, for those who... Oh, hey Zeno, can you talk?
Hey, Zena.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Discord just decided to not pick up my mic for some reason.
Oh. Lovely Discord moment.
Yeah, it's a Discord moment. So, for those who don't know what all the DLC adds, it actually adds 3 new characters. P. Piranha from Mario Kart Double Dash, Wiggler from Mario Kart 7, and Kamek, technically from Mario Kart Tour. However, it's worth noting Kamek was supposed to be in Mario Kart 64, but was ultimately cut in favor of Donkey Kong. I'm going to play as Kamek for this first round. Because I'm happy Kamek finally gets in. Alright, so Simkey, there's
I get why they changed him out for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, just a second Donkey Kong. Whoa. Oh, okay. So, is Dennis in chat? It does not look like it. I'm going... Oh, there's Dennis. Hang on. There we go. Okay, I don't know if Blue is joining. I see they're online. But it looks like they're idle. So, yeah, they join. They can just join later. Val says stealthy. Okay.
There's Dennis.
Yeah, everyone's here. So, you know how we do this before. We're going to do the tracks in order.
Okay, so I'll make sure to pick Coconut Mall first.
No. So I'm going to start 150cc. Ooh, wait a minute. Custom items, I'm just going to turn off coins. Do you guys want hard AI or normal AI?
I say hard. But I always play with hard AI, so...
I'll just do hard. I can deal with it.
Not like it really makes a difference.
Yeah.
Alright. One of my friends, who claims to be very good at Mario Kart, actually complained when I played with her and I had the hard AI turned on, because she normally plays with normal. Alright, so we're starting with Athens Dash. It's in the Feather Cup.
Yeah. Tour track. Sure, they're out of Mario Kart Tour tracks, which means we're not going to have any tour tracks in the next ones.
Aren't we missing one? Isn't there a San Francisco one?
I thought they,
There's still more.
I was
tour.
with this one. I thought.
Yeah, there's still more tour tracks.
Well, Dennis, I think, is the only one of us who's actually played Tour.
Yeah, I remember looking it up.
They didn't add. Did they add Rome?
No. There's a Rome track?
Then that, yeah, there's Rome.
There are also a couple original tracks from Tour that haven't been added. There's a new Piranha Plant track, and I think there's another bamboo-related track that...
so it might be
interesting to see this track, how it like stacks up now to
Mercury Soul, thank you for the follow.
Hey, welcome. Yeah, I do think they did some like changes to this track.
Well, the tour version of this is like very. There's a lot of different versions of it with different routes and stuff, as
I see.
pretty much all tracks are. That's why the courses are always so like funky, looking.
Because
and,
they're
like,
mixing
with,
all
like,
the versions
yeah,
together.
Tour.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I never played Tour. I have never even downloaded it. I have absolutely no interest in it. I don't play mobile games much anymore. Ricky Soul, well, come on in. How'd you find me, if you don't mind me asking? I will say, though, I do like the tracks that have been added from Tour, and I have actually considered downloading Tour.
Yeah, the tracks are pretty good.
So what's your favorite track added in the DLC? New or old? So far. I don't mean this DLC, I mean out of all of it.
Not really sure.
Yoshi's
So far
Island
they've
is
added
just an easy
pretty
choice for me.
tracks.
That track is so good.
Yeah.
And I love the
Paris
callbacks
Promenade.
to the SNES game, because I grew up playing that on GBA.
I don't think you like Paris Promenade, but I like Paris Promenade.
I don't hate it, I just think it's a rather simple track.
Yeah. I wasn't even aiming for you, Xeno.
Yeah, I just kind of showed up out of nowhere.
That's Goomba.
Oh, goddamn. Whose green show was that? What the fuck?
Oh, that was me again?
Damn it.
Not allowed.
Just turn the corner and eat a green shell.
I just threw it behind me trying to hit Dennis again. Actually, all of the green shells that hit you were meant for Dennis.
Mr. President, get down.
That's what it's called in Monster Hunter when a small monster blocks a hit from a big monster. Daisy Cruisers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Blue.
Hey.
Uh,
Glad they had a Daisy Cruise.
okay. Oh, Zool. Come on in.
Welcome.
Oh, did Discord ever make that change with the invite links?
Yes, that's
Or is
why I
that just
told
a rumor
you
change?
guys in mod chat, do not delete that invite link.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because as long as it's not deleted, it will be permanent.
cool.
Yeah, because now in order to have a permanent invite link, it has to be a community server, and I really would rather not turn it into a community server because it's got stricter guidelines.
Yeah.
I also... I understand that using any kind of social media, you're already giving away a lot of your info to companies, but I do not like the idea of Discord being able to come in and scan my server for messages at any point. I don't, like, expect to be doing anything against TOS or anything illegal, obviously, but as just wanting to have privacy, I don't like it when I know a company can just scan at any point. Because that's a feature.
And you never know, they might just randomly decide something completely normal is against TOS.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Zool, I've seen you in some other servers. For the life of me, I actually can't remember what server I've seen you in. I have a very poor memory when it comes to people, so I apologize for that. I do know who you are, I just, for the life of me, can't remember what server. Hey, Elizabeth.
I know who you are, but I can't remember who you are.
Rosalina server. Okay, so you are the one I was thinking of. I think I know another Azul. So it was like one or two options there. Either way, I knew who you were. Welcome on in. So Sorrow says she's getting Applebee's for dinner. I have not had Applebee's in like 15 years. Zeno, how many times have we been to Applebee's?
I don't fucking remember. The last time we were at Applebee's, I think I was like 8.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever even gone to one.
Was it the Applebee's we went to where a woman sitting near us had a seizure?
Oh,
No, that was the Chili's.
Okay.
Because I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a weird thing to remember, but, I mean, once you witness something like that, it's kind of hard to get it out of your mind.
yeah.
Speaking of, I need to... Something I really should do at some point is, learn what to do if someone has a seizure, because I know a fair amount of people who are prone to seizures, or are at risk of seizures.
It's
just
actually
destroy
really
them.
simple. You put them on their side. Have one arm, whatever arm is on the ground when they're on their side, have that arm, like their head laying on it, and have their other arm behind them. And then you take their legs and you cross their legs over each other to lock their legs in place. That way they can't move. And you make sure their mouth is pointed down, so if they drool, their drool goes outside of their mouth and they don't choke on it.
Gotcha.
And you just keep them on their side and you try and keep them from moving too much.
Gotcha. Also, listen, man.
It's also true if you see someone get knocked out, it's the same thing. You just lay them in that pose because that prevents their body from moving.
Gotcha. Also, listen, man, the weather is pretty nice, but I haven't really been outside much today. My neighborhood isn't exactly a great place to be outside. And that is as much as I'll say about the neighborhood. Today. Oh, shush, pal.
Oh, funny thing,
Moonview Highway.
Of course,
I'm
we
honestly
just in tour.
I'm honestly really glad they brought Moonview Highway back because I kind of missed it.
I
It's a
didn't
simple
even
track, but-
remember it was in Mario Kart Wii. I completely forgot this track existed. Also,
Yeah, I never really liked the Wii version.
Azul, about the meta, I have no idea because I have never once paid attention to the meta in this game.
The meta's a lot different now since they did. Yeah.
They
Well, it
did
used to be,
rebalance a lot of stuff, but since it's
Yeah,
stuff I
it's no
don't
longer-
actually use, I don't know and do not care.
The meta was Wiggler, Buggy, the Little Wheels, and Waluigi / just another similar weighted
Waluigi.
character. But it's different now. It's something else because they nerfed that setup.
Yeah, and I
Wait, they
I
actually
never,
nerfed that build?
Yeah,
What the hell?
the Buggy itself or Waluigi. Yeah, the Buggy itself got a nerf.
Yeah, the most
They mainly
recent
reason, I think.
DLC, this DLC, as a matter of fact, did actually change the stats on some of the Kart pieces.
Oh, nice. Because yeah, the main reason they did that is because literally nothing could beat the Wiggler, Buggy, Roller Wheels, and Waluigi. You were at a complete disadvantage if you didn't use it in a competitive setting.
Okay, I guess I'm just going off the track.
Yeah, and I never used that because I don't really play Mario Kart in a competitive setting. I will say though, when I played online against people using that build, I've still beaten them with my Rosalina build.
Skill issue.
Well, for them.
Yeah, that's more just a skill issue. For
But
them,
yeah, that's what I mean.
As I mean, I wouldn't call myself a master at Mario Kart, but this is one of the few games I can play while talking and holding a conversation and paying attention to chat, and there's, like, no effect to my gameplay. I do seem to get hit more often while I'm talking, and I don't know if that's because I'm cursed or if it's because I'm not paying attention.
Brand new track.
Yep. Oh, Smash players get to take a shower. Rosalina is actually meta now. Ooh.
Oh.
Fun fact, for those who are new, Rosalina is what cracked my egg. Me picking Rosalina because I found out she had a higher speed stat in Mario Kart Wii was the first time I intentionally picked a female character to play as, and I had a little too much fun playing as Rosalina, and the things that happened after that is what led to me coming out as gender fluid. The catalyst for that was after surrounding myself with trans and other LGBT friends. When I played new Pokemon Snap, I got a little too excited about playing as the female character, and that caused me to do a lot of reflection on my life. Well, we're all, most of us are furries here. I'm pretty sure we all have. Except, maybe Xeno. Maybe.
You've all what?
Cranked it to children's game character. I like how Xeno's just not saying anything.
That was unfortunate. That was even more unfortunate.
Don't even know what to say.
I just find it funny
I
though
got hit
how
during the jump.
basically
Yeah, in the
everyone
back.
here is very open about their sexuality and whatnot, and then there's Xeno. Xeno is
Little
secretly the kinkiest one here. Oh. Oh. Alright, someone's got a loud-ass engine outside.
That's what we call a car.
Shut up! So Sorrow said something about the scissors from Paper Mario at the start.
There's a path over here. What the fuck?
I
Okay.
drive a monster truck now.
Yeah,
I don't
really.
drive. I wouldn't drive anything. I hate driving.
Yeah,
like
Suki,
this
the
track a
path
lot.
you and I just took, there's one further higher up to the right.
Yep.
How the hell do you get up there?
Azul, unless
I
thunder sounds like a
know.
car engine being revved, no, because that was absolutely a car engine being revved. I'd like to
that
think
may
I
have
know what the
actually
difference
been
is.
a motorcycle, not a
Okay,
car, but okay.
the important thing was that it was an engine, not thunder. We've gone through a significant amount of very, very nasty storms in a very short amount of time, so I'm very used to what thunder sounds like.
Oh, you know what this map reminds me of?
Your bathroom?
No.
don't think
It
bathroom?
reminds
Get up there,
me
Zane.
of... No, it just doesn't remind me of my bath. It reminds me of the bathroom level in, like, Green Army Man game on, like,
Oh yeah.
PlayStation, or was it N64?
Army Man 3D.
It was one of them.
I want to get that
It-
game. I've heard good things about it, I think.
That's the game that has, like,
Army Man
like, actual serious storyline with, like...
Army Man 3D
characters.
or the Army Man N64, they're decent, but they've aged really poorly.
The only thing I know about them is in one of Das Bosch's Gmod videos, they had Sarge from one of them, and they kept repeating his line, "Gonna need a sweeper."
Need a sweeper.
Sorrow says, I got a 6-ounce steak and honey pepper boneless wings for appetizer. Also grab stuff for dinner tomorrow too, with honey pepper chicken tender and 4 cheese mac. Ooh.
Ooh.
Sounds good. Soul's asking if I'm going to play Pikmin 4. Yes, but not on stream. My copy got delayed. I pre-ordered it, and Best Buy chose to ship via UPS instead of FedEx, and literally the day it shipped, it was delayed. So it's arriving next Thursday.
Yeah, I've been playing it since I picked up mine.
So I will be playing it.
Yeah,
I was
it's
going to
really good.
replay the first 2 games and finally finish the 3rd game in preparation for 4, but I decided to play 4 first and then do the other 3. Because, based on what I played of the demo, I'm actually not sure if the first 3 games are canon. Because it seems to be retconning 2 and 3.
It's hard to tell so far, but I am pretty sure it is a sequel to 3.
Yeah, like, from what
And
I
it's hard to tell,
have seen from the
but
demo,
it seems.
like,
I've only finished the first area.
yeah, so obviously, I've only seen the first area because that's all that was in the demo, so obviously don't... Oh, I didn't mean to stay as Kamek. Oops.
But it seems like it's either taking place after 1 and keeping 2 and 3 canon after, or it's retconning them, and I can't tell because I'm not far enough.
Yeah, because the theory that I heard before the game came out, and note that I haven't heard anything since, is that it's a game taking place after the bad ending of the first game.
Oh,
That was the theory based on the demo. Because
Yeah.
Olimar becoming plant-like is actually what happens in the bad ending. If you don't get the rocket parts you need to escape the planet, Olimar tries to leave and his ship crashes again, implying it kills him. The Pikmin take his body to an onion, and it actually turns him into a Pikmin.
so they might have retconned that a little bit and then changed it out for the bad ending as canon.
Yeah, I won't know until I've played it, and I have not played Pikmin 3 all the way through. I never got past the second area. I just never found the time to really play it. I wasn't
far did
too
the demo
enthusiastic
go, by
about
the
it
way?
going back to the time crunch from the first game, because that was my least favorite part of the first game.
Gonna be honest, that time crunch was like nothing. It was just more of a means to like, you know, give you a goal in mind and to sort of make you really want to like explore as if you had to. Because in the early stages, you were on like a crunch where your first like day, like couple like days, you were sort of barely scraping by. But that was by design, as it was basically incentivizing you to make progress. Because then once you get your flow and you get all 3 characters and you're really starting to get stuff done, you have way too much fruit than you really need to like actually
Like,
beat the game.
I get that.
So
was
it
just
really,
discouraging.
it's just more of that. Yeah, I mean, I can see like if you're used to the kind of extreme time crunch of the first game, you're thinking like, oh no, it's gonna be like difficult like that. But it's really like, you know, if
Third game
you're
gives you more than enough time, and you're also not locked to a specific ending date.
I mean,
like you
I
are
did
in,
play more of 2 than the
one.
first one. So the time crunch in the first one was the reason why I played through it once, and then kind of replayed day 30 doing just random bullshit when I was a kid, but then I never played through it again. I tried to do one playthrough where I was trying to like do everything early. That was around the time I first learned what a speedrun was, but I never finished that.
So, I mean, how far does the demo go for Pikmin 4, so I don't accidentally like spoil anything?
Literally just the first area. As soon as you get enough Sparklium to go to the next area, the demo ends when the day is over.
Yeah, so 1500 Sparklium.
Yeah.
So I pretty much... I haven't really left that area yet, because I 100%ed it before leaving. Because
You can 100% it in the demo. I almost got it to 100%.
Okay. So yeah, basically I have not completed the demo yet then.
I think I'm missing like literally 1 treasure in the demo, and then that's it.
I do know through Xeno perusing the Pikmin subreddit a couple things that are returning, and I am alone and afraid.
Oh no.
Yeah, because I did play
really...
the first 2 games all the way, so I am familiar with the stuff from those games, and there's stuff returning from them, but it's...
Yeah, so far I'm really liking it, but I do feel like the tutorial is a little bit way too heavy-handed.
Like, I can...
Nintendo game.
For the people who have played Pikmin 2, I can, just say one line right now that'll just make you afraid for Pikmin 4. If you guys want me to.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a no from Dennis, I think?
No from Dennis? Alright. Albeit considering how much... what the returning elements are, I might have a guess. And if I'm thinking right, oh no.
After we get out of this, Dennis, if you want to deafen for a moment, I can ping you so I can at least say what it is to Simki and anyone listening. It's not like a specific line from the game, but it is a line that if you've played Pikmin 2, you will understand why I'm afraid. So, get out of this. Well, actually, I can also just say it in the Twitch chat, because I don't think Dennis is in chat right now.
I'm also not in the chat.
Not watching it now.
Yeah, I do think the tutorials are a little bit heavy-handed because, like, I'm doing things and then it's like, here's how you do the thing you've been doing for like 20 minutes. And it's like, why are you telling me this? Like, please don't pause my game just to tell me how to throw a Pikmin, which I've been doing for like 5 minutes already.
So, that's the line. If you've played Pikmin 2, you will be afraid just from that one line. Also, I love how Sunset Wilds doesn't even have the sunset.
I gotta open the Twitch chat. Ah, I see.
Yeah. That thing is back.
Oh no.
There's another thing that's back, that I don't have any cheeky way of referencing. But it's another thing that makes me afraid, and from what I know, they made it even more terrifying.
Oh no.
I don't know anything else that's back. I am pleased to report that as far as I know... Oh, actually, no, that would still be a spoiler. Never mind. For Dennis. There's one enemy from Pikmin 2 that I have not got confirmation that it's back. And I really hope it isn't, because I fucking hate that thing. It killed so many of my Pikmin back in the day. And it's not that you can only watch them. It's a different enemy. Since I don't actually know if it's in the game or not, I'm just going to say what it is. It's the Gatling Gronk. The fucking armored fish with the cannon.
Oh.
From Pikmin 2.
I don't think I've seen one of those in Pikmin 2 yet, so I'm not really sure.
Groink, not Gronk.
Groink, okay. Yeah,
Gatling Groink.
Gatling Groink. It murdered so many of my Pikmin when I was a kid. I fucking hate that thing. Because the main thing that makes it so frustrating is it has regenerating health. If you kill it, it'll start to regen. My god, it is not a slow regen at all.
Oh, so basically you have to keep fighting it until you can get it to an onion.
Well, it only shows up underground. So it's to the ship, but yeah, same thing.
So you just have to keep fighting it until you can dispose of its corpse.
Yeah, they do place it fairly close to... the caves in Pikmin 2 aren't very long, so you do have kind of enough time to bring it over to the ship. The problem is, if you're fighting other enemies, or you drop it for any reason, there's a very good chance it's going to come back alive at full health before you can kill it again, or bring it back to the ship.
Oh. Yeah, I hope that's not in there. Or at least if it is, they nerfed it.
Yeah, I have not gotten confirmation that it is or isn't. The only things that I know are returning are the Emperor's Bulblax, because that was in one of the trailers, and the Shearwigs, and Bulbor Larvas, because they were in the demo.
Yeah. Most of the mob enemies are returning. Like, just generic. They're not generic, but just like random overworld enemies that just kind of exist.
All says it's back and it's worse this time they always come in pairs. Pikmin 2 was very nice about not putting the Gatling Groinks in pairs, but there is, I think, a single floor of a cave where there's two on the floor. They're not near each other, but if I remember correctly, there are two.
Like a challenge, I guess.
They do have a habit of also putting the Groinks on, like, ledges or something, so you have to use yellows to reach them sometimes. Sora says she honestly hopes they bring back Bulbmin. I hope so too.
The Bulbmin were really cool.
Yeah, I know, Bal. I know you made that up, Bal. I'm just saying that thankfully in Pikmin 2 they were very kind enough to not put too many Gatling Groinks in the same area.
I do love the Bulbmin's description of just that this creature is confused.
Me. There's nothing in my brain. There's nothing in my brain. Did you see the video Puffin posted?
No.
I don't know what the original song is, but it's just repeating "There's nothing in my brain" over and over again. It's doodles of her and two of her friends.
I won't be surprised if the course passes do well enough if they do another course pass and just finish up all the other tracks.
We're never getting Mario Kart 9.
I don't know how they're
just
going
don't
to top
see a
Mario
need.
Kart 8.
Yeah,
did get
honestly,
Mario
I
Kart.
don't
We did
see a need.
No,
did
Dennis,
get
Mario
Mario
Kart
Kart
9
9.
is not Tour.
It is though. Like that's not like a joke or anything. Like
I
that,
refuse
it's
to
just
accept it.
legitimately. Like it just legitimately is Mario Kart 9.
I consider it more of a spin-off at this point that has new tracks.
I think it
Just
might
because of-
actually officially be considered Mario Kart 9, because Fire Emblem Heroes is actually considered a mainline Fire Emblem game.
The thing is,
Which I
I
still
don't
don't
see a
understand
need
why.
for another mainline console Mario Kart, because what are they gonna do?
That's why
Like,
that's like the
gimmick,
same
like,
kind
what are
of
they doing?
Where it's like it's kind of the same
There's
thing where
nothing.
you'd be like, you know, what's the point of making another Smash Bros?
Yeah, like there's never gonna be another Smash Bros. Because there's no reason.
Well, I mean, they made another Tekken after Tekken Tag Tournament too, and that was essentially the same thing as Smash Ultimate.
Well, I don't. Was that was a specific thing about that game in it, all of its marketing and general theming that every single character
Yes,
in the entire
that's the Tag
franchise was
Tournament
there?
games.
Yeah,
That's the
The Tag
actual
Tournament
point
games,
of the
literally
Tag Tournament
everyone is back.
games. Is
Well,
that
you
they
know
bring
what?
everyone
Oh,
back,
like-
even the characters that were like jokes in one single game.
Well,
I
you
know
know what?
it does
I don't
same
like
thing with
Tekken
Mortal
because
Kombat.
King is a human. So
Hmm. The thing, like, I guess the thing with Smash Ultimate is it's unless they want to just release Smash Ultimate again with new characters, there would really be no reason to release another.
Well, the
I
funny
think
thing is,
okay, the differentiating factor between that and like what I would assume would be, you know, Tekken's the tag tournament is that I'm doubting that Tekken has things like a mass amount of third-party characters across like so many different franchises, all guest starring and included as part of the main roster.
well, no, but
Yeah.
Smash didn't have that many compared to the whole cast until after Ultimate's DLC.
But yeah, it's like I don't. It's just one of those games that's like, okay, Mario Kart 9. What would they do?
Well, I mean, I've been wondering for
I guess-
Smash, not Smash, Nintendo in general with the Switch, is that we've seen a lot of new games on Switch that are like, how are they going to top this? How are they going to top Tears of the Kingdom? How are they going to top Mario Odyssey? How are they going to top, fuck, what was it? There was another one there. I lost my train of thought. Oh, Smash Ultimate was one of them.
Yeah,
Like, how are they going to top
Like-
some of these?
with Mario Kart, until we get a next generation system, I don't think we're gonna get a new game. And if we do get a new game, it's probably just gonna be like another version of Mario Kart 8 with just improved graphics and frame rate.
Also, Sorrow, I don't know what characters you're referring to about, dead characters in Tekken. Oh, there goes Blue. But,
Bye, Blue.
one of the main quote-unquote dead ones, June, Kazuya's wife, she's actually not dead. Her, the director of the series has outright said she's just been missing. He never said she was dead. Because she's coming back in Tekken 8. Alright, so we can pick whatever now.
Also,
Yeah.
regarding Sora's
Interesting.
other comment there about Tekken characters popping up in Soul Calibur, I think only 3 Tekken characters have ever shown up in Soul Calibur.
Heihachi was in Soul Calibur 2 as a guest character for PS2 and the PS3 and 360 versions, and Devil Jin was a secret character in Soul Calibur 5 if you combined all the Devil Jin parts. It actually unlocked a brand new fighting style. No
cool.
other Tekken character has shown up in Soul Calibur as themselves. They've only been costumes. Yoshimitsu in Soul Calibur is not the same Yoshimitsu from Tekken, because the Tekken's Yoshimitsu is an alien, and the Soul Calibur Yoshimitsu is weird. He's not really human, but he's not an alien. He's just weird.
You know, Soul Calibur
Although-
would be a cool franchise to be in like Smash Bros. They could have put that dude Link from Soul Calibur 2 in it.
Yeah, why didn't they include him?
But if the
Yes,
Yoshimitsu in Soul Calibur is related to the one from Tekken, that would only mean 3 characters have ever been in Soul Calibur from Tekken. It's certainly not most, given that There's like, what, 40 or so characters in Tekken or something?
Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever make another Fighters Mega Mix.
With the Sega game?
Yeah,
It
Saturn Arcade exclusive, but it's Fighting Vipers mixed with
wasn't a Saturn
Virtua
Arcade
Fighter
exclusive, because
3D.
it was on the Tiger Gamecom for some ungodly reason.
I don't count those releases due to the fact that they have no relation to their console counterparts.
Sure, but
They are
there's a
completely
fighting
different
game that
games
had
with
Fighting
completely different
Vipers
graphics and
characters
devs.
and Virtua Fighter characters and the car from Daytona, USA.
Yeah, the Daytona USA car.
And
There's
Dean
a
and
few other
Bart
really
from
weird
Sonic the
characters.
Fighters.
Yeah. It's just... It was cool.
I've
I
never
don't think it was that good, but it was
played
cool.
it, but I don't think we're ever going to get another one. Because that would
Yeah.
require Sega to acknowledge they even made Fighting Vipers.
I hope we get another Soul Calibur at some point. Because I'm kind of
Wait,
surprised
you're saying
nothing
they
has
don't-
been said on that.
You're saying that Sega does not acknowledge that they made Fighting Vipers?
Yes.
Because I'm fairly certain that there's a Fighting Vipers cabinet in either Judgment or one of the more recent Like a Dragon games.
I thought it was Sonic the
Oh.
Fighters.
No?
No.
I could have sworn it was Sonic the Fighters, not Fighting Vipers.
Nope. I've played every single game in the franchise.
One of them had Sonic the
Not.
Fighters in it. I know that for a fact.
It might.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
They have
the
different
Lost
arcade
Judgment,
games per
actually, because
game.
that was from a Sega stream where they were talking about Sonic's anniversary.
Oh, if that was like the one where I played the least amount of the arcade minigames, so that actually makes sense. Because I was like arcade minigamed out from, going
Yeah, I
through
don't-
1 through 7 of Like a Dragon.
I don't doubt that Fighting Vipers is not in 21, because Sega's pretty much included every game they've made in arcades. In the Yakuza franchise at this point.
Fighting Vipers is in Lost Judgment.
Okay, then that
Oh,
means the
Lost
other
Judgment.
Judgment game probably has Sonic the Fighters, because I definitely
Yeah,
remember
Judgment.
hearing about that.
The first one is literally just called Judgment.
Yeah.
Lost Judgment's the sequel.
Oh, Sonic the Fighters is actually also in Lost Judgment.
Oh,
That would
yeah.
explain why I'm like, oh, I don't recognize that one, because by that point, that was the 10th game that I played. Because I went through Yakuza 0 to then 1 through 7, and then Judgment 1 and 2. So by that point, I've
Yeah,
played all these mini games.
Yeah, Judgment and Lost Judgment have Fighting Vipers.
I'll play through the Yakuza games at some point. I got a lot of other games I'd like to
yeah.
finish before I start any new series.
You better Baka me ready.
That's another series I want to play, but I just haven't because all the games are so long.
Judgment and Lost Judgment do tie into Like a Dragon Con. I believe you play as a detective who's in the Like a Dragon series.
You do, yeah.
No, you don't.
No?
But they
Okay.
are connected. They are connected, but standalone in the sense that you literally you don't have really recurring characters from either side crossover because they're their own thing, but they're in the same universe. So there's the same kind of time circles and general Yakuza organizations, but you don't see Kiryu or Majima walk around the corner or something in those games. But
I wanna see,
Kamurocho's there.
Majima peek around a corner with the eye that's looking around the corner being the one under his eye patch.
That's such a funny scene in the movie.
And it's so Majima.
Yeah. You gotta get the English PS2 version of Yakuza 1. Come on.
Mark Hamill
Oh my
doesn't remember
God.
voicing Majima in that.
Yeah.
I will forever love.
And I can understand
that
why,
game.
because I think we mentioned it before. It's not like Majima appears too much in that game.
True.
He barely appears, and it was just, but definitely just kind of a minor role that he took. That his agent was like, "Hey, you want to do some work?"
Yeah,
like,
like
sure,
hey, some
why
side
not?
work. You record like 5 lines of dialogue and leave. Get paid.
Pretty much.
And from what I know, Mark Hamill
Could
had a
even be that
stronger
the-
career as a voice actor than he did as an actor.
It could have been that, like,
Blue
the
shells are being sent out.
it could be that the dub
Oh
team
my
very
God.
likely reached out to Mark Hamill versus Mark Hamill's like agent like booking it. It could have been like,
Yeah.
you know, like, oh, we have an idea for like a, you know, we want the Joker vibe for this guy,
The
so
Joker,
let's
baby.
get Mark Hamill. Let's get Mark Hamill, see if we'll do this. And he did.
Yeah. And plus, I don't think you can really expect an actor
I've
to
never
remember
actually
every single
seen
role.
Rosalina right next to Daisy. I never really truly grasped at just how freakishly huge Rosalina is compared to the other women.
Rosalina is
Rosalina's
very tall.
Fun fact, the only reason why she's so huge is because when they were making Mario Galaxy, the Mario Kart producer said, hey, can you make her huge so we can have our first heavyweight female? And that's why she's canonically super tall.
That's funny.
Have you
Y'all
considered that the
ruined
others
my
are
Rosalina-
seed
short?
in first place, by the way, with those damn blue shells.
Yeah, Rosalina is 7'3".
God damn.
Well, I mean, Belle, the others are kind of short, but Mario character proportions are just weird. Rosalina is just genuinely bigger than the other women. She's like if Peach was scaled up a bit.
Yeah, Peach is 6'1". Rosalina's actually nearing Bowser's height.
She's huge.
Fun fact, Link in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is like 5'4".
Man, what?
Yeah,
Really is the hamster
apparently he
eating a
only
banana.
weighs like 5.5 apples.
I still love that one, that new genre of memes I've seen where, someone will, like, quote retweet a post on Twitter and then, use an image of a character with a speech bubble. Because I saw one where someone on Twitter said, I'm getting sick of that mediocre twink, run his ass over, and someone quote retweeted it with a picture of Ganondorf.
Yeah. Not the one that's King Boo, and it's just, I want that twink obliterated.
I also like the one that's Bowser, and it says, I'm getting sick of seeing this Italian man on my timeline. I don't know what possessed me to do that.
Really, just you just ate the
I
bomb.
don't know what I expected to happen.
Happened.
I veered towards Dennis while he was holding
okay,
up a
I don't-
bomb, and I had a piranha plant out, and you can probably guess what happened.
I'm still a little
Nom.
hungry. So speaking of Mario and stuff, I'm pretty excited for the new Mario game.
So am I.
Elephants.
It looks really good.
It's like we're actually getting a proper 2D Mario game instead of just a copy-paste.
Instead of a new one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
We're getting a new Mario game instead of a new Mario game.
Yeah,
I'm reminded of like that Simpsons meme where it's like, hey Robin Dad, it's Pikmin 4. Yeah,
That's
Pikmin
right,
4.
Pikmin 4 is out.
no idea what you're talking about.
It's like the meme. It's I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I'm talking about. It's just like it's a Simpsons joke meme.
I genuinely don't. I've never watched The Simpsons. I've seen like 2 episodes.
You don't need to. It's a meme.
I don't know what meme it is what I'm saying. Bro.
You don't know what a meme is?
I know what a meme is. You shut the fuck up.
I don't know. Sounds like you don't know what a meme is.
I know exactly what a meme is.
Let's see if I can find it.
Do you know about memes, Raiden?
Memes. The essence of life. Something like that. I don't know. It is your meme. I am a meme. I'm a meme lord.
Yeah, closest I could find to it. There you go. Good collab.
I've never seen that before.
It was posted a lot more when Pikmin 3 came out on Switch, I think, because people are joking about the fact that there'd never be a Pikmin 4 despite it being announced.
Yeah,
it was never like properly
that was
announced.
the-
It was
that
just
was
Miyamoto occasionally mentioning, "Yeah, we got Pikmin 4. It's coming out." some time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was the that was like it was Pikmin 4. Yeah, that's right, Pikmin for Switch when like they released Pikmin 3 on Switch. It wasn't Pikmin 4.
yeah. They've been developing that. Honestly, I'm pretty sure what happened with Pikmin 4 is they were probably developing it for Wii U because they announced it during the Wii U's lifespan. And my best guess is that version probably got canceled at some point and given to another dev, similar to Metroid Prime.
It's funny too because then they literally were like, Pikmin 4 is almost ready.
Yeah,
Like right after
that's just my
Pikmin
best.
3 came out.
That's just my best guess because it was supposed to be a proper in-house title instead of a title from Goodfeel.
Then again,
Wait, Pikmin 4 isn't
Well-
in-house?
It's not.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's done by Goodfeel.
It's good feel.
What the hell?
Or at least the same
we
devs
may
who
never
did
know.
Yoshi's crafted story.
Oh,
We may never know the
Interesting.
truth, considering we still had things like literally everyone claiming that everybody went to Switch was just never going to come out, and playtesters hated it, and there was no chance that this thing was coming out, and then it came out anyways.
came out
Yeah, and
anyways
was
with the
apparently
most like
pretty good.
lukewarm announcement from Nintendo I've ever seen in my life. From what I know, it's
Yeah,
actually
my-
pretty decent for like 5 minutes.
Goodfeel or Good Smile? I don't know, it's the same
The
people who
fact
made,
that it's a lower price helps, to be honest.
Yeah.
The thing that kills 1-2 Switch was being like a full $60 price game.
It's a
I still
$60
love how
price
there were
game that's
people
just
who
to show
were
off the basic
insisting, oh,
features.
Tears of the Kingdom is going to be $70, so everything's going to be $70 from Nintendo now, and then everything else after that is like less than 60.
Yeah.
All says pick me men. I must pick men as my sexual partners.
Love that one. Yeah, is Goodfeel or Good Smile? I don't remember. It was the same people who did Yoshi's Crafted World.
Good
and,
Smile is a
Yu's
figure.
Epic Yarn.
I was gonna say, Good Smile
Smile,
makes
okay.
Nendoroids and Figmas.
I might just be wrong.
All says I've been doing a horrible job so far. Yeah, like I quote that I quote that comic a lot, but I'm dating 2 women.
Let's see.
How am I still in first?
Christy was like, yeah.
Figma balls. Host advantage. Well, see, it's not. I don't think it can really be a host advantage because normally, if you're streaming a game, you are going to lose because everyone else is going to go specifically for the streamer because it's funny content. Right, Xeno? Speaking of Xeno, do you want to bug out now to cover up Bandit?
Yeah, I was just about to bug out. I was just trying to take a sip of my fucking water when you called me out.
Alright.
Okay, no, it was
We can either let Xeno leave
Okay, I
and then
must have read that
continue without him
article
until
wrong.
he's ready to come back, or we can just wait for him.
I guess we can continue. Also, never mind. It was it
He
was done
already
in-house. It
fucking
was,
left. Oh god. Okay, I guess we're waiting for him.
Okay, Pikmin 4 was done by Nintendo EAD, not the other studio. I don't know why the other article I looked at said that.
You lied to me. I think Xeno targets you because you're mean to him. He's mean to me. We both deserve it. But I wasn't actually calling him out because he targets me. That's part of the reason. But he and I, when we play Mario Kart with other streamers, we target those streamers because we join their lobbies to bully them. They're targeting gamers. Exactly, we're targeting gamers.
Oh, I see. So
We've had it good for too long. Oh, is it really stream sniping when it's Mario Kart and it's an open lobby? Oh,
so I like how this Nintendo EPD opened up in 2015, and just they did not have a good start at all.
Oh god, 2015
Their
was a
first
terrible
game-
year for Nintendo.
Their first games were Triforce Heroes, Amiibo Festival, Star Fox Zero, and Guard.
Ugh.
Welcome New Leaf, Welcome Amiibos, that version specifically. Super Mario Run, Miitopia, 1-2 Switch.
Well, at least Miitopia and Welcome Amiibo were good. Because
Yeah.
Welcome Amiibo was
But
a
yeah, they started-
fantastic update for New Leaf. It actually brought me back to New Leaf
Oh, yeah.
after being out of it for a couple years.
But then they did Breath of the Wild, and they pretty much recovered from there.
Yeah, I feel like people forget that Nintendo actually has quite a few internal teams. It's not just one big team. It's a bunch of different smaller teams that all have Nintendo in the name.
Yeah, and how just this year and last year the studio did Switch Sports, Splatoon 3, Tears of the Kingdom, 1-2 Switch, or everybody 1-2 Switch, Pikmin 4, and they're doing Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
God damn.
Last year they did Bowser's Fury, Game Builder Garage, Metroid Dread, and Big Brain Academy.
God, I need to play Big Brain Academy again. I actually ended up rebuying the DS version because I kind of missed it after I sold it. There were a lot of DS games that I wish I hadn't sold years ago, and I'm still trying to get them again.
I see.
So, I go to put Bandit's cover on, or at least
Welcome
the
back.
back cover of his cage on. And he goes up to the top perch in his cage and is just pacing back and forth on it as he does sometimes. And I show him the cover and I tell him I'm going to put your cover on. He just stares at me. I throw the cover over the top of his cage so I can get it onto the back, as I always do. And the bird acted surprised when the cover was suddenly above him.
Hard.
And then he grabbed the cover from the side of the cage and started pulling it inside the cage as fast as he could. And then he refused to let go of it.
He's taking it away.
Bandit is a silly bird. Alright, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Triforce Heroes got stunning reviews when it came out. What?
What the fuck? It was terrible.
Ow.
7 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
That's not what I would call
8.5 out of
stunning
10.
reviews.
Well, for what game it is, I consider it better. Nintendo Magazine gave it 100 out of 100.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
just-
Wait,
Nintendo-
Nintendo,
Nintendo
Magazine, is that the
Magazine.
European one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
So-
Nintendo Magazine giving a Nintendo game a 100.
No.
out of 100.
They were reviewing the European version. That's actually the better version of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the American localization is full of meme references. They completely changed the script.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so if they were reviewing the European version, I can totally understand them giving it a higher score because the biggest complaint from the US version is the really, really terrible script. Because that was back
Yeah,
at the time when Nintendo of Europe was sticking more closely to the Japanese script than Nintendo of America was. They've since
Yeah,
consolidated their
Triforce Heroes'
localization
script
teams.
sucks.
Yeah, like it's a terrible game.
For the US
but
script.
The US script is even worse, because if you look at the Cutting Room Floors article for the differences in the regions, you'll really get to see it. Because almost every single
That's fair.
line from the American version was either changed to be funny or changed to include a dated meme reference. That game came out in 2015 and it references Doge.
Oh, God. So pretty much
Well,
if you're
you
playing
see,
Triforce Heroes, you should
That's
probably
so
play the
relevant
European
now
version.
because Dogecoin is going to the moon.
Well, it's relevant now for a
JK,
different
NFTs
reason,
are
but
bad.
I'm talking about WoW So Amaze, which wasn't even relevant in 2015.
Yeah. And Triforce Heroes is just a mess.
It is.
It's kind of fun for like a minute if you play it with someone.
It's just the worst Four Swords Adventures.
Yeah, and it's a slog if you actually want to beat it. Like, I tried playing through it, and I got to like the third world before I just put the game down and haven't picked it up since.
God, that era
It's
for
really
Nintendo
annoying.
was really terrible for some localizations. Fire Emblem Fates
Yeah.
wasn't a great game by any stretch of the imagination, but the localization made a mediocre game even worse.
Ooh. What they do to it?
They completely butchered the script for a lot of characters and gave characters completely wild personalities that have no relation to the intent in the Japanese script. Especially the main character's child, who constantly, quote-unquote, talks in Dragon, which has nothing to do with what she says, or what he says in Japanese. And one of the nice things that was cut was the fact that you can rub the stylus on your siblings and child, along with every other character in the game.
Then they also just straight up left some of the script out.
Oh,
Because some of the conversations had to be patched into the game because they were just blank text boxes.
Also,
They managed this.
one character, and I don't know what this has to do with the Japanese script specifically, but Soleil is a lesbian who cannot marry any women and flirts with her own mother.
oh,
Yeah. Also,
Okay, then.
that was one of the controversial characters, because in the Japanese script, as part of the player and Soleil support conversations, you find out that she's very nervous when talking to women, so the player's idea was to secretly give her a potion that made her see all women as men. In the English script, he blindfolds her, which is slightly better.
by a little bit, yeah.
Nintendo's gotten a lot better about that stuff.
Yeah.
Like how in Fire Emblem
That one
Engage,
seems a
where
little
aside from
less.
all the, aside from like the 2 or 3 minors, you can marry anyone, regardless of gender,
Yo.
and like actually marry. It's not like Three Houses where most of the male partners just go, "Oh, I have a wife already, but I really like you." Yeah, the 3DS and Wii U were kind of a terrible era for Nintendo. They had some amazing games in that era, and then 2015 was just terrible across the board.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in 2015 to Nintendo, but they did not make good games those years.
For some reason, there were actually people saying that 2020 was worse than 2015 for Nintendo.
I don't know how. 2015, 2016 pretty much had no good games on the 3DS and Wii U.
Yeah, that was a fucking terrible era for Nintendo.
Yeah. Like, there's some good third-party games coming out, but if you're going first-party, then nothing. You got nothing.
I mean, Amiibo Festival and Triforce Heroes alone really bring down the average.
Yeah. So you kind of just got Miitopia, and that was about it. And if you didn't like that kind of game, then nope.
And that was even better on Switch, because you can not only can you be gay in it, you have the creepy HD knees, which are really, really funny if you know what you're doing.
I like Miitopia.
I tried the demo, and I thought it was
like-
cute, but I never bought it because it wasn't really deep enough for me to be interested in it.
Nintendo,
Yeah.
please make Tomodachi Life 2.
I'm
failed the
surprised they
Virtual
haven't
Boy.
yet.
Okay,
Tomodachi
so I
Life
still
2
want to
is
do a
Tomodachi Life.
I still want to do a stream at some point after I get my model where I just show off video game commercials. I want to do the trailer for Tomodachi Life, because that era of Nintendo Directs was amazing. And the Tomodachi Life 1 in particular is just a work of art.
I remember that fucking trailer.
Bill.
Bill.
They should make a mobile game for Tomodachi Life, because
Yeah,
I would
Mitomo.
like that again.
No, Miitomo
That,
was
but that's
different.
Mitomo was just like the. I mean, yes, it had the same, like the text to speech was the same, like the same style, and like certain animations and sort of aspects of the game were like, yeah, they borrowed a bunch of stuff from Tomodachi Life, but it was just that was just the like social media thing where you
You actually
sent
kind of
like
miss Mitomo.
questions and asks and whatever.
Yeah.
I would like, actual like Tamagotchi life.
The two
Like a new game.
IPs I want to see Nintendo bring back for Switch, ignoring everything that's been rumored, are Nintendogs and Tomodachi Life.
Yeah. And also, I was saying Tomodachi Life with 3DS is Tomodachi Life too, because it's a sequel to a Japanese-only game.
Yep.
They're released on DS.
I think it was originally called Tomodachi Collection or something.
Yeah.
If I had to include the third game, it would be a full-on Metroid Prime Remastered style remake of Eternal Darkness.
Ooh.
Imagine.
And we just need some more ports of those old games too. Maybe someday we'll see Mother 3.
Nintendo hires a company to remake Eternal Darkness. Best case scenario, it's Boca Game Studio. Worst case scenario, it's Bloober Team.
I have minor hopes for Silent Hill 2 remake.
I
don't.
not.
So why do
really
people
looking
hate
forward
Bloober
to
Team
it.
so much?
Huh?
They're more recent. So they're more recent titles. In general, their games keep leading towards a kind of problematic theme of if you struggle with mental illness, you're a bad person.
The
And
medium
they
specifically relied
but,
on
well,
that for its narrative.
all of their games kind of do. Although Layers of Fear 2 is kind of tame in that regards because there isn't really I can't really recall a character that is defined under some kind of mental illness in that game that's portrayed in a negative way. But Layers of Fear 1 is because that's the protagonist who's not a good person. And that's like his whole thing. And then Blair Witch also did the same thing in the context of dealing with PTSD as a veteran, and they used it in the same way.
I would say
And
Less
then
their games
the
themselves than
medium
their
did as well.
I have seen people stream Layers of Fear, Blair Witch Project, and Observer. I have not seen anything good about any of those games, and every streamer I have watched either got stuck on puzzles that I couldn't even make sense of, or were just complaining about the game not being scary or not being good the entire time.
Oh, the main enemy observer is a guy with like birth defects, so surprise.
So it's less
they don't have a good track record for that stuff. So they don't have a good track
I've never
record.
even seen the
People are not
medium.
looking
When
forward to
people were
Silent Hill
bringing
2.
that up, that was the first I'd ever heard of the game.
So it's less their games are actually like bad. They're more just mediocre. It's more just their writing is really bad.
Yeah. And
Which is kind of why Layers of Fear 2 is like my favorite of their games that I've played, because I look back on that one and I'm just like, wow, that was a really surreal horror experience, and also the least problematic of like any of their titles.
Also, if you've played Silent Hill 2, there are some subtle things you'll notice in the trailers for the remaster that kind of imply they missed the point of the game.
Oh.
It's specifically the vocal direction for James's voice actor in the remake. I can't say why, because Dennis hasn't played Silent Hill 2 and I want him to experience it. But if you've played Silent Hill 2 and fully understand what's happening in the game, there are some very subtle things about the remake that you'll notice.
Yeah.
I actually know the main plot twist. That's another one of those internet things where it's like hard to avoid.
Okay, then I can say it. The way James talks about his wife in the remake, it doesn't sound like he thinks she's alive. And that's not how he's supposed to sound.
I could kind of understand maybe why they changed the vocal direction, because in the English translation it almost sounds like it's an accident the way he talks, just due to how bad the dubbing could be.
True, but that was actually part of the point of his character, ironically.
Yeah.
I remember when
Which most people missed anyways, so I can understand why they make that mistake.
Because once the plot twist happens, his entire demeanor changes.
Yeah. It's not like it's It's not like it's acceptable that they missed that point, but I can understand why they would have.
It's just a sign that they aren't actually doing the remake properly. Especially since I don't think the original team is involved. Since they're probably working with the actual Silent Hill creator now.
Yeah. I do have some hopes when we actually new brand new Silent Hill, though. F, was it
Has
called?
anyone seen the...
Oops.
What's that?
Huh?
What was that?
Who?
I thought it interrupted.
No, I said oops because I fell.
Oh.
Oh,
Had anyone seen the Silent Hill, like, so when the Silent Hill 2 trailer came out, people, like, memed some of the scenes because of, like, there was, like, that one scene of, like, what's his name? Is his name James?
Yeah.
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 That scene of him, like, screaming and, like, yelling, and people were like, wow, that's, like, kind of out of character for how he usually is in Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, well, that's because
And
it
then,
is.
and then, like, right after that trailer dropped, people edited in, like, the Chills voice, like, over
back
that
there.
scene.
He's,
Like, the number
You know.
15.
That's good, I don't know.
I like the one meme that had James from the remake screaming and it said average dead wife fan, and then it had Leon from the RE4 remake smiling saying versus average president's daughter enjoyer.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, the Resident Evil remakes are just probably one of the best examples of how to do a remake. At least, well, ignoring 3.
From what I know, the 3 remake wasn't bad, it's just 3 wasn't very good to begin with.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The main issue with 3 remake is it's missing a lot of content. They cut like 2 entire sections from the original game.
Yeah,
It's
I still
also
need
way
to
too
play
action focused for
RE4.
its own good.
I'll actually be starting RE4 in a couple days. The original, because I want to play the original before I play the remake. I will say,
Yeah.
I do have a new micro SD card, so I can install some more Steam games. So I'm going to be
I see.
keeping an eye on RE4 and Dead Space remakes to find them on Steam.
Nice.
Because both are verified on the Steam Deck. And Soro did get me a 1 terabyte card, but the card was defective. So I'm currently using my old 400 gig that I used to have on my Switch. We actually sent off the defective card for return, so hopefully Soro can get her money back.
That's good.
Yeah, apparently Amazon has a habit of just sending out fake or dead cards.
Yeah, they don't sort through their returns, know what's real or not. They just shove them back into the shell, pretty much. So you can pretty easily end up with defective products from Amazon for more common stuff.
Yeah, well, that's one of the myriad of reasons why I typically don't get stuff from Amazon. The problem is Amazon usually has the best sales on the bigger SD cards. I have not had issues with them myself, but I do know it is an issue that happens. This is actually the first time I've gotten a defective card from them. I just know it's more common than it's ever been for me.
Yeah.
Point is, Amazon sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Speaking
like
of Amazon,
Jeffy
if you
B?
subscribe with Twitch Prime, you can give me some of Jeff Bezos' money without ever having to spend your own money on me directly. We will tear the rich man down dollar by dollar in Minecraft, just for legal reasons. I don't know what I thought was going to happen there. It was like instant karma.
Yeah.
What the fuck? By the way, with Mortal Kombat 1 finally announcing what everyone already knew with Omni-Man and Homelander coming out as DLC characters, how likely do you think we're going to get a all fatalities on Homelander video every time something comes out?
Oh, I hope that
Yeah.
everyone does videos like that on Homelander, or whenever they're testing shit out in-game, they test it out on Homelander.
Homelander is easily one of the most hated characters in all of fictional media. How did I get a fucking crazy 8 in
I'd say
first
he's
place,
actually
or
pretty
fourth
beloved
place?
considering how popular that show is.
Dennis, what do you know of The
Yeah.
Boys?
I know enough.
Do you know what Homelander is?
No, I know I'm incorrect.
Homelander is a superhero who kills people to keep his public image safe because he's actually a complete fucking asshole who happens to be unkillable.
He sounds like a pretty cool guy.
He also fucked a Nazi.
Yeah.
Her name is Stormfront. Though, yeah, if you've actually read the comics, that's not actually the real Homelander, but they haven't gotten to that point in the show yet.
Wow, spoilers! You just ruined the entire show for me.
The comic has been out for so long. If you read the comic, you already know what's going to happen in the show.
Or your introduction to the media was from the show, and now you're inspired to read the comic after the fact.
Oh yeah,
and
the
now
comics
you
are
quote
actually a lot worse. There's a lot more unsavory things in the comic. There's also one bit where Homelander fucked a woman so hard when he ejaculated she exploded.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
They covered that on
Alrighty
Death
then.
Battle, and they actually mathematically deduced how strong his sperm must be. Thankfully, it didn't factor into the fight between him and Omni-Man. Oh, also, you get to recreate that
Oh,
Death
they
Battle
say.
fight in Mortal Kombat 1.
I do like how the game literally hasn't come out yet, and they're like, here is the DLC, buy the season pass.
Welcome to Warner Brothers Interactive. They just do that.
Yep. Actually, the whole DLC got leaked before they even announced it, because
Yeah, it got leaked on the
Walmart
fucking Amazon
did that.
listing.
No, yeah, Amazon. I like how that keeps happening.
Oh, the retailers don't care.
Yeah. I'm surprised none of the retailers have gotten sued over that.
My favorite leak like that was when Funko Pop announced there would be new pop figures for a Five Nights at Freddy's game that hadn't been announced yet, and that would ended up being Security Breach. That's how
Yeah,
Security
and they
Breach
just
got
leaked
announced.
all
It
of
was
the
through
character
Funko Pop
names
thing.
and the designs.
From what I know, Scott
Yeah.
was pissed.
I mean,
I'm
I'm fine with things that make him mad.
I am too. It's just that, like, imagine if it was a better game.
yeah.
I don't need
Like,
to
I'm
imagine
surprised
because
by
it isn't.
Well, no, I mean, imagine if it was
I'm-
a better game series. Like, a different one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have the retailers have like with like an NDA or something to not just release their everything.
Oh, no, no.
Then again, any series that would have something major spoiled by a Funko Pop pre-release is probably not a better series.
True.
Yeah, albeit Funko has been kind of just abused the FNAF license anyways.
Well, they've used a lot of licenses.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still open.
It's because people like my sister keep buying them. I love my sister, but I would prefer if she got me
And I don't
figures
think
that
Funko
weren't
will be-
Funkos.
I don't think Funko will be around for too much longer, considering they just had to send like thousands of figures to a landfill because they had too many.
What they get for overproducing, Jesus.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
3 Funko Pops that Okay, 2 of them my sister bought. One of them I bought before I decided I didn't like pop figures. So, limited edition Hatsune Miku one. I have a Spyro one and a Mewtwo one that is out of his box because his box came in, arrived in the mail torn apart. And Mewtwo has to be sandwiched between 2 things because his head is so fucking big he can't stand up upright.
Pop moment.
If Tom Kenny ever comes to that one con again, I want to get my Spyro Pop signed by him.
Ooh.
The game company's game got announced before they wanted it to be announced. What a fucking shame. I mean, it sucks for them. Well, I mean, I'm also talking about smaller publishers, because like Five Nights at Freddy's is not from a corporation.
Yeah, FNAF's an indie game.
As much as Scott sucks, it's the principle that I'm concerned about, not necessarily
Yeah.
who it affects.
Because Steelwool and Scott are indie devs. They're not part of a corporation or anything.
They have a movie.
Despite FNAF Security Breach.
Iron Lung has a movie.
Yeah.
There's a very big difference between those two movies.
Well,
One
Just because
is
FNAF
backed
has a
by
movie also
Five
does
Nights
not
at
mean
Freddy's
they're
one's
is
corporate.
not from a corporation, so
the
it doesn't matter who the movie is
True,
being
but
made from, because it,
They
FNAF
have
isn't a
a-
corporate entity.
Oh, I know, but Five Nights at Freddy's has a movie backed by a horror movie giant like
that's
Blumhouse
the movie. That's not the
Productions
game
right now.
series. That has nothing to do with what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
this has nothing
It's
to
a
do with the game
media.
series.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a media franchise.
Big companies make
It is the
adaptations of small things all the time. That has no impact on the small thing. It doesn't
You-
change what it is.
You have to acknowledge that Five Nights at Freddy's is a media franchise.
It is a media
It's still an
franchise, yes,
indie.
but it's still
It's a media
indie.
franchise.
It's not
Iron
a
Lung
big
has a
thing.
Iron Lung is getting like a Markiplier movie, which is going to be very different.
Yeah,
Then,
my point
yeah.
is that it doesn't change what the source is. Because Five Nights at Freddy's may be a bit of a media franchise, but it's very much an indie media franchise that just happens to be really popular.
I same for you.
And not very good. Wah, wah.
Yes.
I'm actually kind of annoyed that the Five Nights at Freddy's series kind of ended up kind of going that route, if only because I had been invested in that series through like watching Markiplier's playthroughs, and then I played the Pizzeria Simulator, and then it was around that time when people started to realize, like even before the other controversial stuff about Scott Cawthon came out, that this dude has no idea what he's doing and is the kind of person who completely changes and abandons like good plot just because some dude on the internet guessed something correctly.
Yeah. Not as bad as
Uh,
Bendy's, but still pretty bad.
Well, it started
Bendy
with
and
Five
the
Nights at
Machine
Freddy's
literally
4
being
when
developed
he,
off of fan theories.
it started with the fourth game when he made that like mystery box thing
Oh yeah, the
that
one that never got opened and then was completely ignored.
that never got
Yeah.
opened either. I think he claimed because no one guessed what was in it, which it's like, well,
It's just the whole
Then
reason
you
you
didn't-
open it.
then you didn't
Yeah.
give proper, because you can't tell a story to save your life, because the way you tell a story is put random like little teases here and there that don't actually make sense, or out of context scenes that have no text or dialogue in it that you have to make assumptions on and then wonder why people can't understand your story. And then you have this dude getting like increasingly mad that Matt Pat's like getting all his theories wrong, and I'm like, well, that's on you there, buddy.
I mean,
And
it's
then
Matt
there's
Pat.
like Sister
Most of
Location
his theories are
Onwards is
completely
hinging
wrong.
on the stuff that happens in the novel that nobody read.
I
Yeah,
mean, the novels.
all the named characters, just straight up get introduced in Sister Location as if they'd always been there, and always like they're just known people, and
Yeah.
they are if you read the book. It's basically like, you should read the books because this explains all of this, and it's like, no, I'm not doing that. That was like the point where pretty much everyone started realizing this dude has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of funny because having seen the full trailer for the movie now, because I recently went through the movies, so I saw the preview for it. That looks like it's going to be like the one piece of Five Nights at Freddy's media that has a coherent story.
It's because it wasn't written by
Yeah.
Scott.
I
It's
think
because
the FNAF movie is
it'll
probably
be a
gonna
movie
pretty
with
good.
a beginning, middle, and end, and has the inspired casting choice of Matthew Lillard as the man himself.
Shaggy is the man behind the slaughter.
Yes. I'm not going to
Wait.
see the movie, but that's
We
an
got
amazing
Fucking
casting choice.
Shaggy in it.
Shaggy
Yeah,
is William
Shaggy from the
Afton's
live-action
purple
movie.
guy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that is beautiful.
He could do it.
Like
Y'all
Like
If you
Zoinks,
snap
man,
those
those animatronics sure do get a little quirky at night.
He is, regardless of how the rest of the movie turns out, he's gonna kill it in that role because, like, if you've seen Scream, he could do it.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's
what
got
Scream
movie
movie
probably.
was he in?
one,
The newer ones, I think. Another one.
the original.
Who did he play?
I didn't know that actually.
Sid, or not Sid, Stu.
Which one's I haven't seen the movies in a while. Which one is Stu?
I'd have to spoil Scream, but
It came out in like, what, the 90s?
It's
But-
all.
well, he's one of the killers in the movie. So.
Okay. That
Oh, I see.
Which is
Okay.
which is why, which is also why I'm like, okay, he like, cause he hems it up in that movie like so much.
Yeah.
I need
So
to
I'm
see
like,
the Scream
this
movies
dude-
again. I
I'm-
haven't seen Scream 5. I didn't feel
Yeah,
good
I'm like,
about
this
watching
dude-
Scream 5 because Wes Craven died before they made it.
Oh.
They have a nice
Yeah.
tribute to him in the movie, actually.
Oh, are
so-
you okay, Dennis?
No, I kept falling. Yeah, no, I've watched the newer ones. I watched 5 and they're very good.
But did you say
I think,
6?
yeah, there's a 6.
There's a 6?
It like
Yeah.
just came out this year.
How did I not
Yeah.
know this?
It like
They
just
didn't
came out
put
this
any
year.
advertisement out. It didn't get advertised.
I didn't even know they were making a 6th one.
Yeah.
They just announced it and dropped a trailer and never talked about it again.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah, I do have
Scream 1
hopes for
through
the
4.
FNAF
I
movie
love
actually
Scream
being
1.
good.
2 and 3 are stupid, but I love them. And I really love Scream 4.
Having Jim Henson's group do the animatronics for the FNAF movie was a fucking amazing idea.
Oh yeah, the Jim Henson
All
company is
practical.
great.
Like, all practical animatronics. Like, yes, that's what we needed.
Excuse me.
Who needs special effects when you can literally just make them?
Sorrow says, I never want to go or live in the UK.
Oh god, what did the UK do now?
Ooh, that's a yawn.
Exists.
Yeah, what happened now?
What did Turf Island do this time? Face sitting is illegal there.
What?
Oh,
What?
Why?
the travesty of it all.
Of all things to
Not
make
like-
illegal, why that?
How the hell would you even find out about that to, like... What?
This is Sorrow we're talking about.
No, I meant, like, how would the authorities find out about that?
Oh, okay.
Press charges.
Yeah, you just gonna announce to the police that you sat on your wife's face or something?
Yeah. Power move.
Dear god, that's a lot of green shells.
Murder.
Green shells.
God, how many were there? Like 6 in there?
I think there was, like, 7.
Jesus Christ.
I feel another yawn. Oh, that was a strong one. What the fuck? Physical and verbal abuse is also illegal even with consent.
Good luck telling the Brits that they can't verbally abuse people.
I guess...
And for those wondering how is that a bad thing, that would include BDSM. And a lot of
Jeez.
kinds of sexual roleplay and foreplay, actually.
If you're doing it in private, there really wouldn't be a way for anyone to find out. So I guess those laws could be more around public?
But I mean,
that's
like,
just my
even
only
if-
guess.
Even if it was in private, like, why would anyone care? Why should that be illegal, what people do in private, if there's consent?
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Now, if you want to call me a conspiracy theorist, but I wonder if this is so that way they
Ow.
can try to prevent people from quote-unquote abusing others for calling them out for being transphobic.
Maybe.
Oh god.
I mean, the UK government did get rid of the Human Rights Council, or rather, the Human Rights Council is a puppet of the government now, since they're actively going against things that would actually help human rights. Female ejaculation is also illegal. Please do keep in Twitch TOS in mind, and anyone else, when discussing things like this.
To be fair, you did just read it off yourself. Did you not?
Dennis is no longer invited to stream. Starting tomorrow.
Man, you're just like...
I think we can just say that, since this is... Oh, actually, wait, no. Will this fall under education?
Or what?
It could.
No. I'm going to say it falls under education because we are educating people on what is illegal in other countries. Therefore, it doesn't violate Twitch TOS.
Knowing Twitch, though, they probably come to your house and kill you anyways.
In Minecraft. Wait, no, that would be actual...
Every single Twitch dev just fucking joins your Minecraft world randomly and kills you.
Well, if their track record is anything to go off of, they'll probably start abusing me in chat, and I can't ban them because they work for Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
And that was an actual thing that happened.
Yeah.
We're talking
I know, it's
about
kind of inevitable.
sexual stuff that's illegal in the UK for some reason.
It was kind of inevitable when a Twitch employee would abuse that feature.
Oh, and by the way, sex education streams are actually okay on Twitch. I know Cottontail did an entire stream about sex ed.
Yeah.
And from what I know, it was actually very informative.
It's counted under educational rather than sexual content.
Yep. Which is funny because she's a voice actress for some interesting videos.
Overall.
She also has some really great ASMR streams. I occasionally watch her ASMR VODs to help me sleep. I think we had this conversation before, actually, about ASMR.
Just about the
About
ASMR.
What was that, Dennis?
Who?
I said, I think on stream before, I've talked about how I sometimes listen to ASMR to help me sleep. And I know some people were saying
it's
that
very
effective
they don't
What
like
the
ASMR.
like meme ASMR videos, or there's just this guy rubbing like an RPG on a microphone.
What the fuck?
One of my first introductions to ASMR was that one wrestler turned streamer who ate a bag of chips. The one that got memed on.
Yeah.
I think his name was Ryback. Ryback TV. He just did an ASMR stream once where it was just him eating a bag of, I think it was Ruffles.
Yeah, I remember seeing the
With
video.
ASMR.
Yeah, someone did a very good SFM
That
video
was-
where it's the
that was
Heavy
very
from
funny.
TF2 doing the same thing. Beating you
video-
with a hammer ASMR.
Beating your POV, beating you with a hammer until you fall asleep ASMR.
My favorite ASMR meme is Freddie Mercury calling for his mom because he's trapped in a McDonald's play place. And it's just him going, "Mama," with a slight echo. There's another one that's
those
running
good
away
ones.
from Rick Astley chasing you in the sewers. No.
Why did I think of the Dr. Phil knocks on your door video?
Oh god, I know that one! I know exactly which one you're talking about!
Like the 3D audio.
Him knocking on your door and reading off that one quote where he's like, "I'm gonna kill you, I hate you, I'm gonna kill you, give me $200.
Yeah, give me $200. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that Val did a quote of before where I told him to never do it again because it was too accurate.
It's empty.
Open the door, I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore. You're ugly, you're disgusting, I'm gonna kill you, give me $200. I am shocked Automod did not pick any of that up. What the fuck?
By the way, I just did a quick search.
It's education.
It's a quote, maybe?
Thorough mentioned, those laws were introduced in 2014, and it is only for producing content that involves that, not doing it yourself.
Okay.
That's not any better.
It's still
So basically,
weird, but at
it's
least
part of a general porn ban, really.
I mean, you gotta remember the UK is really fucking weird about porn.
Yeah, they really are.
I mean, you heard of the naughties before, right?
Yep.
The naughties, the blacklist of movies that they banned in the 80s and 90s for being too inappropriate, which included some really random choices that had no sexual content whatsoever.
I actually have never heard of that. I don't think we even covered that in my film class.
Yeah, look them up. They're called the naughties. Probably should add like UK ban list or something to that, because I feel like they've come up with other stuff.
Paul says, you know what, I'm cool with it. Fewer annoying accents in porno. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some more Welsh. Make fun of British accents all you want, but I actually find Welsh accents to be quite sexy. Yes, I played Xenoblade. How did you know?
I'm just about to say, it's literally because of Nia, Neo, Niall.
Did you just say
It's just
Mia
because of
and
them.
Neo?
No, I said Nia and Neo. I know my Xenoblade characters, you fuck.
Keanu Reeves and Xenoblade?
I'm
Keanu
hearing a
Reeves
lot of
is a
words and
Welsh cat
absolutely none
girl.
of them make sense.
Keanu Reeves, cat girl.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yes, it's because I was assaulted by Welsh cat people in Xenoblade 2 and 3.
I should also note that the naughties weren't actually for like NSFW movies specifically either. They were mainly for more like just any movie, too.
See, the funny thing is, the UK actually allows topless women on TV. You can't even get that in the US unless you're watching something like HBO.
Yeah. It's really weird. Like, I don't...
Did you say you were assaulted by Welsh cat people in Xenoblade?
Yeah, because all the cat people in Xenoblade 2, the Gormati is the name of the race, are Welsh. And in Xenoblade 3, the Gormati are in that, though they're not referred to by that name for reasons. And they're still Welsh.
You would love Final Fantasy XIV. Everyone's
I am
some
going to be
level of
bullied into
European.
playing that game, aren't I? I know so many
You got-
people who
you got-
play it, and I
you got
feel like I'm
Welsh.
actually, like, genuinely missing out on something.
You got Welsh, you got Scottish, you got Irish, you got British.
Did I kill them all? No,
We
I
got-
like the Welsh cat girls.
We even have Slavic.
Do they do squats?
We got. Do we what?
Do they do squats?
I don't know.
I did not kill the cat
You'd
people,
have to ask
though. I
them.
like the cat people.
No, video nasties, that's what it was, not the naughties.
Video Nasties. That sounds like a cool band.
Yeah. Yeah, basically any video that the British Board of Film Censors considered to be inappropriate would be banned from having any releases.
Wow, this is just like 1985.
This is reminding me of when Greece banned all video games because they claimed video games were violent, and a My Little Pony game had just released when that happened. Yes, hon, he
That's
meant
the joke.
1984. That's the joke.
No, yeah, saying 1985 is an extended part of the joke.
Wow, this is just like 1986.
One of these days I need to actually read 1984.
So do I. And most people who say this is just like 1984 have not read it, which is why I never say that,
Yeah.
because I haven't read it. Not quite what I meant to put... No, not quite the order I meant to put those words in, but you know what? I'm gonna run with it.
No, I'm
It wasn't
thinking of
a
that Boomer, I'm thinking of that Boomer comic, the 1984
Calendar one.
like Boomer comic.
I love the one that's like when Modern Warfare 2 and Avatar were coming out. It was like, wow, this is just like 2006.
I like all the furry ones where it's stuff about like banning not safe for work talk or roleplay in general chat. It's just 1984.
No giving
2009
birth in
for-
general chat.
Oh.
Star.
Oh my god, I missed the fucking leaf.
I just watched that happen.
I still remember when I think it was Elon Musk retweeted some kind of diagram saying you are here between 3 different dystopias, and it was Fahrenheit 451, 1984, and I don't remember what the third one was, but the thing is, if you've read all 3 of those books, you would know they are very, very distinct dystopias. Fahrenheit 451 and 1984
really need to
are
read.
not at all alike.
Fahrenheit 451 again.
I do too. I read it when I was in 6th grade and I didn't fully understand it, and I really need to reread it. I do know that with all the book bannings that we are ever so closely reaching Fahrenheit 451. And it did actually predict something. There is a bit in Fahrenheit 451 where I think they describe it a screen on a wall going from end to end, floor to ceiling. And you can get TVs like that now that are literally that big. You can actually get those. Or ones that are close to that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hon, that Discord thing. At everyone, do not announce when you're going to go masturbate. Nobody needs to hear that. There's also the one about not giving birth in voice chat.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm having to say this. I can't believe I'm having to say this, and I'm very disappointed in this community. But please don't give birth in voice chat. It makes everyone really uncomfortable.
What the fuck?
That was something that actually had to happen on the Discord server once. From what I know, it was confirmed to be real. Someone did actually do that for some ungodly reason in a general public voice chat on a Discord server.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Val says, why'd you do that, Stimkey? Or Simkey? God damn it, I actually misread the name! I'm always, whenever I see memes like that about people doing weird stuff in Discord, I'm always thinking of the fucking Discord kitten stuff.
Oh god.
I love and hate those memes. My other girlfriend likes to tease me about that. She's actually tried to get me to call her her Discord kitten, and I told her I will never call you that. I know, it's not Sorrow, it's the other one.
Oh, there I go. Oh, hi, Simki.
Hi, Xeno. I see we enjoyed the cliff.
You thought you looked a bit lonely?
Oh, fuck.
Well, I missed.
There, Bill.
That's never happened before.
What did you do?
I somehow didn't even land on the track after the cannon thing.
Hopefully I landed on the track. Oh god. Okay, I did.
I never missed the track before.
I somehow
I-
missed the
from the
glider,
cannon?
portion.
How did you miss the glider?
Ow!
Like it was like it was somehow flying too low, even though I wasn't even like tilting down or anything.
Oh my god, stop with
But
the
I
blue
somehow
shells.
went too low and couldn't actually make the gap.
Bye. Oh, there I go.
See ya.
Ah, there I
It's
go.
always that one fucking turn that
That
gets me.
one turn is so hard.
Especially with inside drifting. Like, it's fucking
Yeah.
annoying.
Oh, there goes my red shells.
Good.
You're not even a hit. Oh,
There's a blue shell.
Here, have a blue one.
Oh, bye.
and I'm off.
Ah!
we all fall off there?
I think
Yeah, we all
did.
bumped
we
into.
did.
Literally, all of us bumped into one of us. Like we all bumped into each other and boosted ourselves
That wasn't
off.
meant for you, Zeno.
Oh, I have some too. Oh, fuck.
Fuck. Damn it.
See if this turn gets me again.
Ah,
I
got me
think
again.
Oh, Dennis made it. Barely. I was just watching him hit everything.
This track is cursed.
There's a method to
Yeah.
my madness here. Okay, I'm in first place.
Oh,
right
that's not
now,
what I meant to
so-
send that.
Oh, I hope I land on the track. Oh god.
Hi,
No,
Dennis.
Holy shit, I made it.
I was doing so well. Oh well, I'll take this.
Oh. That's another yawn. Board strummer.
Oh yeah, there's a movie I recognize. Evil Dead 1 was banned from the video nasties.
Really?
Yeah,
Common Sam
that actually
Raimi
was
W.
banned. So it was actually banned for quite a while. Well, most of them are in like random indie movies. They're just like B movies, but it's like one of the bigger ones that got banned.
They can't handle Sam Raimi's excessive use of blood.
I still need to watch Evil Dead.
Oh my god,
Good.
dude, it's great.
I've
Yeah.
never seen it. I've been wanting to watch it for
My
a
dad's
while.
my dad's a really big fan of Evil Dead, so we got like a whole setup. We have Evil Dead 2 on VHS, two prop replicas, one of the dagger and one of the Necronomicon. And then we actually have the same model of reel-to-reel player they use.
Nice.
We have an old special edition copy of Evil Dead 2, I think, for DVD that had the
yeah.
Necronomicon book cover, the one with the face. That thing used to scare me.
Yeah,
when
we
I was a
also
kid.
have that. Same.
Yeah, my dad is a big movie fan. He collects movies kind of like how we collect games, except he has even more movies than video games.
Yeah,
Because
my
he's been
dad's
collecting
movie
for a lot
collection.
longer than I have.
The
My dad's
last
movie
time
collection
we
is
did a
just stuff he
count
wants.
on the movies was, I want to say, like 12-ish years ago, with me and my sister going through counting, and we gave up at close to 3,000 discs.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yep. And I tried to do an
okay.
accurate count of our video games in like 2017 or something. I gave up after 500. And that's just the physical games.
I haven't used a Game Eye app in a while, so my collection number's really out of date, but it's probably closer to like 700, 800 now.
I should probably set up something like that at some point.
Yeah, Game Eye's pretty good. If it's still the same as when I last used it. Ad-free, like user-supported, user-run.
Well, he's excited for the Butcher's Creek. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Hi, Haley.
Oh, doggo.
Go.
My dog was barking at something.
Oh, speaking of pets, I've raided Cat Vaults a few times, and I've talked about her because she's like one of the reasons I started streaming. I only just found out
Yeah.
she actually has pet cats.
Yeah.
I have been following her for like 2 years now, and I only just found this out. Because as part of her lore, she has a pet, an AI robot pet named Bit, and she actually has a pet cat named Bit, though I've been told that Bit is actually relatively new to her family.
Yeah. Very cute ginger cat.
Kitty.
That's
Oh, we all got good ones here.
Yeah.
Can I get that
I really
Yoshi
like
egg
the
soap
new,
dispenser?
colors.
Like, can I actually get that as a product, please?
I think so. I think that's an actual product in Japan, if you can find one.
if it isn't, it's probably very easy to buy something similar and then just paint it yourself.
Yep.
Or
I mean, someone
Etsy.
on Etsy. Yeah, I was gonna say. I found a picture in one of the furry servers I'm in of someone's bathroom where right above the toilet is a sign that says "Life is short, lick the bowl." And
That's
I
cursed.
sent that to Kohai because, you know, he's a dog and I thought it'd be kind of funny. He said that he needed it. And out of curiosity, I looked it up on Etsy and I found the exact picture that was posted in Fur Punch.
Send it to Kohai.
Yeah, I did. I also posted it in his server for anyone else because I posted the meme there too.
Good.
You can find some really neat stuff on Etsy.
Someone made a version of Knucklebones from Cult of the Lamb that is significantly cheaper than the official limited edition one that's coming out.
For what?
So, what?
Oh, what you're saying is cheaper?
Yeah, someone on Etsy made a version of Knucklebones from Cult of the Lamb that looks nicer and is cheaper than the official version that's coming out. Xeno also got some Egyptian board game replicas from Etsy.
One is
Yeah.
Mesopotamian, one is Egyptian.
Ah, okay.
I got the Royal Game of Ur, which is the Mesopotamian one. It is the oldest board game in history that we know of. And another one that plays similar to it called Senet.
Going all the way back.
And Senet is the Egyptian board game. Very similar to, I think it's called 20 Boxes, would be the English translation of another Egyptian game. But Senet is well known because pretty much every pharaoh was buried with a Senet board. And
Give him some entertainment in the afterlife.
yeah, for entertainment and Senet in God, I forget what the ancient Egyptian language is called. I want to say it was called Kemet.
Yeah, that would be what I was thinking.
Senet translates to passing. It's thought that by playing the game of Senet, you are playing through the events of passing to the Duat, which is the Egyptian underworld.
I see. Gotta practice.
Yeah, the most famous Senet board is in Tutankhamun's tomb,
That'd
which
be
is actually how you
fantastic.
pronounce Tutankhamun. It's Tutankhamun.
Yeah, it's a tin.
Also makes sense.
Tin Cut? Wait. King Tut.
Tin cut.
King Tut, yeah.
Yes, King Tut.
It makes sense that
I
there'd be
mean,
one.
I can't
still-
even
one
say it
still in
wrong.
there, though,
Right. God. Ugh.
considering his tomb was pretty much untouched until it was found by archaeologists.
Yep. I think
Funny
he
thing
also
about
had,
Egyptian tombs, the reason why everyone
actually.
supposedly died from the mummy's curse was because of fungal infections and bacteria.
Yeah, there's a specific fungus that grows in, or it's known for being found in tombs, and once it reacts with the oxygen outside the tomb, that's when it releases spores.
I see.
So
Basically,
that's how the
open
curse of-
tomb-
Yeah, the mummy's curse.
They'd open up
thing.
tombs, go in there without like any gear, and just get sick and die.
They drank the mummy juice. If I remember correctly, the reason why there's so few mummies left is because rich people somewhere ate mummified corpses because they believed it would make them immortal or something.
Yeah, that was
wasn't
the
really
Brits.
added.
I was going to say that
was-
was absolutely the British.
That was the contributing factor, but they were also just stolen a lot because they were worth a lot of money
I do want
to
to
other
eat
people as well.
the ancient bread, the ancient, like, fossilized bread, though.
Yes.
I would like to eat it.
Yes. So that's the main reason why there's so few artifacts and the pyramids are kind of in rough shape, is because so much was just stolen off of them.
Oh yeah.
Also,
They used to have white
consider-
marble on the outside.
There's also, you have to consider wars also happen.
Yeah.
And that wipes out a lot of historical ruins as well.
I still love how there's all this talk about how, ancient aliens are what built the pyramids. Because there's no way these civilizations could have figured it out. And, bruh, it's stacking smaller rocks on top of bigger ones.
The people who say ancient aliens built that, I'm pretty sure, just trying to deny the fact that ancient people could have had any intelligence whatsoever.
I'll have to dig up the Twitter thread for this, but it's actually part of an old white nationalist belief.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's
because
a
it was
really
literally trying to
bizarre
make it.
white supremacist conspiracy theory that these quote-unquote primitive civilizations could not have been capable of intelligent thought like this. It had to have been outside help. Because only the white men could do that, or some fucked up bullshit.
It's literally
like
just
that.
diminishing the accomplishments of the ancient peoples by saying that there's genuinely no way they could have made these, which is completely wrong.
Now, a lot of it isn't well documented, but the thing is that for the time, they didn't even think they needed to. Because everyone knew.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone knows
you don't need to
what horses-
document what this toy does. We all know how to use it. No one's going to ask how to use it. And then archaeologists,
like-
1,000 years later, are like, what it do?
There was
It's
one like
actually kind of relevant to the board
there's
game
one-
thing because the Royal Game of Ur, no one knew how the fuck to play it for years until one specific small stone tablet was found
Ow.
that actually documented the instructions on how to
found
play
the-
it.
They found the rule book, yo.
The part that everyone always ignores.
That's cool though.
Al says I prefer my body
Yeah,
fresh. Not the
There's an
bodies.
actual there's an actual history book that from like I think like the 1800s that like had a horse listed as like animals, and it didn't have any description. All it said was everyone knows what a horse looks like.
I mean, if you want to annoy literally any person that's into historical facts and ancient history, just
Wait,
ask them the
Zeno, do
question,
you need to
"Hey,
bug out?
Yeah, I need to bug out.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Alright. So then
yeah,
Dennis,
like,
you can tell
if
me.
you want to, yeah, I'm like, if you want to like
BRB.
cause pain to anyone who's very much into like ancient history and all that stuff, just ask a very simple question. Hey, do you remember how we make Greek fire? Because no, we don't.
I didn't want to bug out yet
actually.
because I wanted to see where this one was going.
Yeah,
We
same.
don't.
There's
Literally, no one knows how to make it anymore.
There was an old recipe, I don't know if it was Roman or Greek, but it was a recipe for cement that for a very long time nobody could get to work right. They followed the recipe exactly, and it called for water as part of it. And nobody could get it to work. They were like, but this is the recipe they used. How did it work back then and not for us? And then someone thought, why don't we try seawater? And like, duh. Both Rome and Greece bordered the sea. They wouldn't be using fresh water, they'd be using seawater. Their recipe would factor that in. They wouldn't call it seawater though, because the only water they ever knew was seawater. So to them it was just water.
I also know like part of that too has an explanation of it was very likely like part of like whatever like rocks or minerals had been used in that recipe for the concrete was from like a specific mine that had that in which the ore had very specific properties because of its location and blah blah blah, and it's more or less like it wasn't necessarily that, you know, we like people are like we can't figure the recipe out, and it's more along the lines of we no longer have access to the materials that were used for the specific constitution of that thing.
Well, the seawater was also
So that
the
one
kicker.
actually, yeah, also that. Like that one I know has actual explanations to that. I think people are still confused about Greek fire though.
Yeah, if
Let me
anyone
see. Have there been any updates in the world of how the heck do you make Greek fire?
if anyone is interested in that conspiracy theory I was talking about with ancient aliens, I can see if I can dig it up. I'm stupid and I never save these things. But that shit is wild, and that's also why that History Channel show should not have run for as long as it did, because it was based on that white supremacist conspiracy theory. Time to take a piece. The hell are you doing?
Did I ever tell you about the time that I'm?
Where are
that
you
I saw
going
the
with this
ancient-
after what I just said?
I'm back.
No,
It's-
because you're talking about like the ancient, like you're talking about ancient like alien type stuff,
Yeah.
like those like yeah, like the the ancient aliens guy, like the internet meme dude, the guy with the crazy hair.
I was about to say, the guy with the crazy hair? Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, I saw him at a panel at a convention once.
Was he nuts?
Yeah, a little bit. It wasn't that I was there to see him. I was there to see the panel that was after, and we were just there early to get like a good seat, so we obviously could, you know, enjoy the actual panel we wanted to go to. By coincidence, he was the panel right before.
Jesus.
He talked about some nonsense. I'll tell you that much.
That sounds about right.
It was still interesting to see, you know, a living internet meme.
Speaking of living internet memes, I remember the 1 year at that one convention we used to go to a lot. Doug Walker of that guy with the glasses fame, the nostalgia critic, was at the convention. And as I'm thinking of this, I'm remembering that one video of him crying that someone changed all the audio to be Space Cadet Pinball audio. And it's so beautifully edited.
You know, he's from Illinois, right?
He is?
You know, every nostalgia critic video and all those goofy sketches in like his neighborhood and stuff, that's Illinois.
I actually had no idea. I don't exactly watch him. I've seen like 2 of his videos.
He is.
Yes?
I'm Googling right now. I was like, what neighborhood did he do
He
all
is.
that stuff in?
He
Downers
is-
Grove.
Oh,
This is a suburb.
I think I actually know where that is.
Yeah, it's a suburb.
Oh, I thought he got you. What? Oh,
We
does he
should
know
go
you're
on,
here?
we should go on
Yeah.
a tour of all the nostalgia critic filming locations.
So with that guy with the glasses, that whole channel or company or whatever, who was the problematic person from that? It wasn't Doug, was it?
Pretty sure it was. Partially.
Well, that was sort of like a group of people that all had their own problems, but the very most problematic one was not him. But that person's also like not alive anymore. I don't know their name. I just remember the drama about that whole thing. That's why they're also infamous.
Yeah,
But-
I don't remember Doug being named at all. I just remember that it was some people from that group. Also, Val thought you went quiet because he thought Doug Walker got you.
Oh,
You know,
Doug Walker broke into
from
your
what I
house
know,
with
the
a gun.
nostalgia critic crew were all kind of like different degrees of like problematic, and it was just like, you know,
I still can't
toxic,
believe that
a
there's a
toxic friend group.
fighting game with Doug Walker in it. Streets of Fury.
Actually, I'm pretty sure there is a fighting game that has a character, like just a random B grade fighting game that has a character that looks really similar to Doug Walker.
There's a Mugen version of the Nostalgia Critic, and I only know this because a very old Mugen Fatalities video that I watched so long ago. One of the fatalities was performed on the Nostalgia Critic character that they had. And back when YouTube let you include little sticky notes in the videos, the guy who uploaded it had included one to say, "I don't actually hate the Nostalgia Critic, this was random select. Stop yelling at me."
Why don't you stream
Or
yourself
sticky notes.
reacting to the wall video? The infamous Nostalgia Critic video of Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Yeah, I would have no point in doing that because I've never seen The Wall or listened to it.
I don't even
It wouldn't mean
fine,
anything to me.
Then you have to react to the other infamous video, which is tangentially related, which is the Mike Matei Minecraft video with Inspector Gadget.
It's not Nostalgia Critic.
So
I've
going
seen
on.
that video, though.
Cringe videos.
I love building brown bricks in Minecraft. I just love how that led to one of the best meme arcs in Siva Gunner. With the fucking Nier Automata song, Become as Gods, but it's building bricks with Minecraft, building bricks with Minecraft.
That song is
actual-
Birth of a Wish, by the way.
Oh, Birth of a Wish, okay.
The original video.
It was the Become
the
as
original
Gods
video
version that was in the
that
video.
thing is funny.
I need to sit down.
Have you seen the original video that the Inspector Gadget imp voice comes from?
Yes, I actually have watched it because I want
That
to
one's
understand
actually
the game.
that one's actually hilarious. The
Oh
the
no,
Super
that
Mario
one.
Brothers
No,
show.
no, I haven't
Oh.
seen that. I've only seen the
that
Mike
one's-
Matei one.
Oh no, that one's like because it wasn't like a Mike Matei video. It was a Mike and James James Rolfe, Angry Video Game Nerd. They were just sitting down and reviewing the DVD menu for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Oh yeah, the one that
Which
had Inspector
had
Gadget in it
Inspector
because of
Gadget
the one
in it.
crossover bit that's in for like 2 minutes.
So that's where that voice came from. But that video is actually legitimately hilarious.
I have the entire Super Mario Super Show on DVD, but I don't have that DVD. I have the Shout Factory release. So I've seen the Inspector Gadget crossover. I feel like people forget that Deke Entertainment, or whatever the name of the company was actually a
was the
fairly
name of
big animation company for its time. They had a lot of classics.
Aren't they dead now?
Yeah, oh, they've been dead since the early 90s. Gaming fans remember them fondly, kind of, for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show and 2 of the 3 Sonic cartoons, but they also did... excuse me. They also did Inspector Gadget, Mummy's Alive, I believe they did Gargoyles, and
God, Mummy's Alive. I haven't heard that in forever.
and Sherlock
Jeez.
Holmes in the 22nd Century. Unfortunately, they also did The Legend of Zelda and Sonic Underground. Sonic Underground being the 3rd of the Sonic cartoons, and is by far the worst of the 3.
Well, excuse me, princess.
I actually want to watch the Zelda cartoon, because from what I know, it's not very good, but it's perfect meme material. I don't know if they did the Mega Man cartoon. I've never actually seen that. The only thing I know about it is X-Men's ass. Yes, that. That and the meme that's like, "Hey, Mega Man, you're a little light on air, and you're full of shit."
Well, that's not very nice.
I also know later on in the Mega
this
Man
is a
cartoon,
family
they actually
stream.
crossed over with Mega Man X because Vile and Sigma were sent back in time to help Dr. Wily.
Yeah, they do.
Sigma, you say?
Shut up. Sigma balls. But I actually saw Mummy's Alive and Gargoyles when they originally aired. So I actually remember those.
I actually
Gargoyles was
kind
a
of
very good
remember
show.
Mummy's Alive. I don't remember Gargoyles at all.
I definitely... I vaguely remember Gargoyles. It's been a very, very long time, but I at least would recognize the character.
God, why are there so many bananas?
Jesus
That
Christ.
show's tight. Keith David is the main character.
You good, Sunky?
Yeah.
Nah, he's dying. It's fine.
Oh, he was a good man when a rotten way to die. I am now just thinking of that one version of the Deke outro where it just plays it normally, and then when they get to the voice, it's just Dick.
Wait. Okay, so when you said Deke earlier, that's what I thought of.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh my god.
That company. It's actually Deke.
Well, not anymore.
Oh. No,
Your name has been changed.
Emphasis
Congratulations.
on was.
when aren't you people thinking about Dick? Well, Zeno isn't. He's the only one of us who's straight. Why did y'all go quiet with that?
Because we're thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we were all pondering. At the same
Well, except Zeno, I think. Like, he's just sitting here and taking this. That's not even an insult. It's just a factual statement. Actually, no.
Could
Calling
be
you
an
straight, that is
insult.
an insult. Fuck you.
Wow, that's mean.
Oh, God, no. God damn it. He's redeeming that.
You know, you reap what you sow.
I do read what I sow. Okay, hold on. I need to stop laughing before I choke to death. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now you gotta stretch it all out.
No, it's German. It says the spike, the...
Wow.
Who messed up their turbo boost at the beginning?
Wasn't me. I didn't
Saw
even get
someone's
it.
car,
Too
like-
early.
I just saw. Okay, I was like, I saw someone's car explode.
Ow.
Oh fuck, I missed the goddamn.
Trying to get better at doing the like perfect ones.
I, if anything, will just undershoot it, and if I don't really get a boost, I don't get it.
Undertale?
Because I'd rather do that than get this like time loss by not being able to start.
Also, when Val said it's German, my immediate first thought is German. What does it stand for? Pause. S-I-S-S.
That fucking Markiplier makes videos.
God, this
Jesus
is so
Christ.
Zeno and I binged them at one point when we were home alone. It's the whole series, and then the 2 compilations. God, I haven't watched a new Markiplier video in quite some time.
Yeah.
I will be there for the Iron Lung premiere.
I need to play the game so I can watch the movie.
Iron Lung will be my Oppenheimer, or the Barbieheimer.
Heifer.
Of
I still
the,
can't believe some theaters are actually doing double features and showing Barbie
Yeah.
and Oppenheimer back to back.
And from
I
what I
love
know,
the,
both films are actually really good, too.
Yeah, of the Shin Barbie Pickheimer. Or Shin Bar Pickheimer.
And I know a bunch of sad men are calling Barbie anti-men and woke, which tells me it's probably a really good film.
How to tell if it's a good film? It makes the sad men upset.
Yeah. All the men who don't know how to make women come. I am
They
so
just need
behind
to
on
figure out that
films.
it's actually just a skill issue.
Whereas we're going to be saying after Pikmin 4 a Dandori issue. There was a dude complaining on the Pikmin subreddit about Pikmin 4 being too hard and too bad in a lot of areas, and literally everyone was just responding with Dandori issue.
It really is. The game's not bad so far.
I've heard nothing but glowing reviews about the game. I've heard it is the best game in the series.
It's fucking amazing.
I played the demo, and I am so excited for it. I was not too enthusiastic about Pikmin 3 after I played it, which is part of the reason why I never finished it.
I
But
see.
Pikmin 4, I played the demo, and I wish I had done what Xeno did and avoided all the treasures so I could get it all in one go at the end.
Yeah.
Also, Xeno's Pikmin gameplay has had a bit of a glow up, because I remember when he was a kid, he couldn't even do the first area properly without losing Pikmin. And now he's
My only
better at it than
experience
I am.
with Pikmin is when I was a kid being absolutely terrible in the first area in Pikmin 1, doing multiplayer in Pikmin 2, where I was literally just following orders, essentially. That is my experience with Pikmin, essentially.
Essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have much experience in Pikmin either. I have Pikmin 2 on the Wii. That's it.
And I played...
I haven't even beaten it.
I played through Pikmin 1 with the help of a strategy guide when I was a kid, and I was obsessed with Pikmin 2 as a kid. So I have a lot more experience playing Pikmin than Xeno, but Xeno has gotten better at games compared to how I've gotten better at games. Because like, I was already pretty good at games and kind of never really got better than I used to be. Xeno's just been getting better and better every year. I say as he falls off.
I was just about to say, you say as I careen straight off the side.
It depends on the game, I guess.
Oh yeah, I did play the Wii version of Pikmin 2 recently, or my friend did, and because I was letting them try it. And it does actually still have the sponsored items in the Wii version.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're all there still, so that's actually a Switch. That is censorship from the Switch version.
Interesting.
Well,
I thought
not
they were already
censorship, but
removing
more
the
just...
version.
I thought they were removed too.
Nope. Grab the Duracell battery is the first treasure.
This is unfair. This is unfair censorship and removed content. We as gamers will not stand for this.
So yeah, those are brand new textures for the Switch version. I understand, because they probably just didn't want to pay again for the sponsorship, because that's not like Nintendo's getting paid to have them in this time. They'd have to pay for them.
And it would also have to be different for each region.
Yeah.
Because licensing agreements like that are a nightmare in different regions.
Yeah, because with Pikmin 2, like for the original, I guess now the Wii version, that was like a thing that companies paid Nintendo to have their products in.
Oh, fuck off!
Like Nintendo.
I didn't even know you were there.
Right straight into that fucking baba.
I didn't even know you were there. I was just dropping that.
I was gonna pass you, you fuck.
I didn't know you were there. I didn't
could not
look
recover.
behind me. I just dropped. Oh, you dropped 2 fucking places. I actually feel bad. I didn't mean to do that.
I was gonna steal your goddamn place.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. You bitch. SMH Pikmin went woke censorship.
Can't have my 7-Up bottle cap. Gonna kill someone.
I mean, honestly, though, the whole product placement thing, it has a different vibe now. Can I please say something without yawning? Jesus.
Pikmin, kill him! Kill him now!
How can I enjoy this product without being reminded of more product to buy?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. It's a totally different vibe now. When Pikmin 2 originally came out, it was like, oh, cool! My favorite brands are in Pikmin 2. Now it's like, oh god, more brands.
Silence, friend.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's so many companies nowadays vying for our attention in so many frustrating, invasive, and intrusive ways that I think it's actually better that the product placement is removed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an
I
ad
like
that's
it
about
'cause
to
it's
play
kind
in
of
7
charming.
minutes. If you're not subbed to me, you're going to get a 30-second ad. I don't even know what it's going to be. It could be a crypto ad for all I know. I have no control
You
over
have
that. It's invasive to you guys, and it's invasive to me. I only have the ads active because it's one of the easiest ways I can make money when people aren't subbing. But I try to keep it as minimal as possible. But, I mean, that's actually what I'm getting at, is ads are getting worse.
Yeah.
And something like Pikmin
like-
2 doesn't help that.
Like, it's kind of
I have
charming
a-
nowadays seeing the really old product placement because it's from 2004 like designs.
Yeah,
like,
especially because I
bunch of
think
those
at least
brands may not exist.
one of them doesn't exist anymore. I think Treetop.
Yeah. A couple of the brands in the game are just gone now, so it's like, okay, it's kind of neat nowadays, but it was really intrusive.
Yeah, because now
Yeah.
it's like it's more now. It's kind of like a relic
Ow.
of the time where it's like, you know, this is stuff that was advertised under branding of, you know, that year when it came out. So now you can look back on
Yeah.
it.
And like, it's not as intrusive as it could be. Like, they're there, but you just kind of ignore them.
Duracell batteries.
In comparison to something like Alan Wake, where I turn on the fucking TV and it plays me an actual Verizon ad from real life.
Duncan's gonna top NBA 2K for me with the fucking Jake from State Farm mandatory side quest.
Oh, yeah, that one.
That is by far the worst offender I have ever seen in my life. And this is
I mean,
completely
NBA
ignoring
2K has
mobile
been the
game
worst
ads. I don't
offender
even
so
want
far
to
because
talk about mobile game ads because the less I have to think about them, the happier I'll be.
Do mobile game ads even count if they're not actually advertising what they're actually
I don't-
advertising?
That actually
don't
makes them
really
worse, though.
advertise.
That's the thing.
Insane.
yeah, they don't advertise a product; they advertise each other.
They advertise games that don't actually exist for some reason.
Oh, because they want to make you click on the stuff that actually looks good.
Yeah,
But then you
Yeah, I'll
download
just
it
put-
and then you like
let's make
immediately
a mobile-
uninstall.
I
just
will
make a
have you
mobile
know,
game
Zeno,
that.
I was aiming for Dennis with that last one.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
Let you know, Zeno, I was aiming for you on purpose.
I kind of went into that one, so it's also my fault.
Like, we should make a mobile game that has a fuckload of ads, but none of the ads actually advertise real products.
Dennis, you pushed me into the fucking hammer, you ass!
You're welcome.
Do it
Just
again.
make a bunch of like, just make a bunch of mobile game like ads for your mobile game, but none of the mobile games are actually real. And if you click on it, it just links you to the Rickroll.
Bal says I
Oh
think
my
one of the
God.
EA UFC games had full screen ads during replays, but they removed it.
It did.
Jesus
Yeah, it
Christ.
did at the start, at launch. It was really bad.
Street Fighter V has ads for Capcom stuff in loading screens, but it's usually just the esports side. Which
That's
isn't really
fine.
all that bad. And I mean,
Yeah,
It's the
that's
actual
fine.
company.
it's the actual company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like, fuck, Capcom's always. They're like, or not Capcom, Namco's done that too. Like, Ridge Racer advertises their other games and controllers.
guys, sometimes it's not even well, I mean, yeah, I guess it is advertising. I played the Ridge Racer on 3DS, and I went up against a racer named Klonoa and another one named Mappy.
Yeah. And fuck, one of the secret rewards in Ridge Racer R4 is a Pac-Man car.
I need to actually
Ridge
properly play the
Racer.
Ridge
Remember
Racer
that?
series.
Ridge Macer.
Shut up.
Ridge Racer is one of the best, like, arcade
Uh-oh,
racing
typo in the
series.
group chat.
Shut the fuck up. Goddamn it, fell.
I love, Ridge Racer, I haven't played Ridge Racer yet, I've only played the first four. But, Ridge Racer Revolution, and, Ridge Racer R4 are really, really good.
I have Ridge Racer 6 on Steam. I played it a little bit when I originally bought it, but I've been considering downloading it on my Steam Deck here and there.
Yeah, Alvita might not run very well.
No, I mean, it should.
Old game might have hardware issues.
And old games actually have an easier time running on Linux than newer ones. More time to
Yeah.
work on it.
Yeah, maybe. Then it should work then.
Yeah, keep in mind, Linux can run older Windows software better than Windows can run older Windows software.
Yeah.
I mean, Windows can't even run modern Windows software.
I know, but it has an even harder time running older software.
Yeah.
Debatable.
There's a lot of games that just weren't made for it. Oh, me and Spike have made the same mistake.
What?
Going on the one that's going the wrong way at the start of the track.
I was trying to avoid Koopa so I could throw a red shell at Dennis, but my red shell hit something else. Oh, speaking of Ridge Racer, there is a YouTube archival channel called NoClip. They've actually archived an HD 1080p version of the infamous Sony 2006 E3 conference.
Oh my god. Yes.
What happened at that conference?
Two things in particular. Ridge Racer! And attack a tweet point for massive damage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was the PS3 announcement trailer.
Yeah,
E3. That's the one where they announced that thing.
Push Square article, it is apparently one of the most, if not the single most infamous thing Sony's ever done. Because of how embarrassing it was. And it's part of the reason why the PS3 was a joke for so long.
Yeah, that whole presentation was a fucking embarrassment. The quality of the games looked really low, the actual, like, presenting was bad. They announced that it was gonna be fucking $700.
600.
600. Oh yeah, it was 600 and it was 700 for the 40 gig model.
Jesus.
40 gigabytes.
More
yeah,
like
40 gig.
kecks.
40 gig model was $700 fucking dollars in comparison to the 360, which was like 500, and the Wii, which was like 300, I think.
My phone has more space than the premium PS3.
Yeah, Sony was overconfident that they were going to just obliterate the competition that generation because how well the PS2 did.
According to Bell, it was $599 and $499.
Lucky for Sony, they also went into the PS4 era incredibly confident that they were going to dominate it, except that time they were actually correct and had a reason to, because they got to they got to follow up the infamous Xbox One reveal presentation with their PS4 presentation, like the next day.
Not only that, they had the fucking instructional video on how to share a game, and it was the Japanese president handing the game to the American president.
That was grim for Microsoft.
That was like
Sony had a reason to be overconfident that gen because the Xbox One's launch was a mess.
Yeah,
it got better later, of course, but it was
a lot of people haven't forgotten that either. There's a lot of people who don't trust Microsoft because of all that.
Like Kinect is...
We have a product for you. It's called Xbox 360.
Yeah. Like, Kinect must always be connected, and you must always have the Kinect turned on, and there's no games.
TV, television.
Oh, that was a different one.
Sports, Call of Duty, Xbox, go home.
That was a different, but also infamous presentation. That was like the Xbox TV.
Advanced Fish AI. We were actually talking about that a few streams ago.
Advanced Fish AI.
Yeah, and then everyone compared it to Mario 64.
Because, Microsoft...
That was Activision, that Call of Duty.
Yeah. So. But, yeah, because I thought, in that generation, Sony had a reason to be fucking confident, because Xbox was making a mess of themselves, and Nintendo was also not doing very well. So Sony was like, holy shit, we can come back from this, because everyone else is fucking up, we just gotta get this right, and they did.
Nintendo was basically just cleaning its own wounds at that point. Because of the Wii U.
Yeah. They were getting over the fact that the Wii U was not a success as they hoped it was.
And then Sony was overconfident with the PS5, and it's kind of got a reputation for having a game.
Nintendo Switch's games.
I haven't played a first-party Sony game that's come out recently in forever, because there is none. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok and the New Horizon game.
Oh wait, have they even released anything between or since either of those?
PSVR 2 titles.
Well,
Oh,
they did just.
yay! Something that everyone can
Well,
play.
Well, they are gearing up to go full into the Spider-Man 2 stuff, because I know they just
Oh,
had
true,
like
that
a,
is.
And they're planning on releasing 12
presentation
live
trailer.
service games. They're actually going to divert 60 to 70% of their resources into live service games.
Oh god,
Yep. Oh, you guys didn't know about that? That shift that they're planning?
I didn't.
Because they saw how
No.
successful live service games have been and how long every single one that has come out has lasted. I mean,
Sony
maybe they'll come
execs
out
have
with
no
something that
fucking
lasts
clue
more
what
than
they're
a month.
You never know.
Are you guys excited for the Sly Cooper multiplayer game? Are you guys excited for the Twisted Metal Battle Royale? Are you guys excited
those
for
actual
Destiny
things?
3?
Yeah, actually.
Oh. I forgot you were weird.
I like Destiny.
It's so funny because
Actually,
most of the
as
people I
someone-
know who play Destiny, they talk about how much they hate the game and then they keep playing it.
Actually,
I'm
as,
actually in the boat of I actually like Destiny, and the gunplay skills feel really good. But you can just get a
Yeah,
little
actually-
repetitive. They take long breaks.
Yeah, man. I like
How
Warframe.
did,
I've gotten made fun of for that, so I mean, I kind of feel you.
Yeah,
how did players reconcile Bungie launching both Destiny 1 and 2 in like pretty bad states?
they
Because
just
from what I
stuck with
recall, it was
it. They
from
just
what I
stuck with the
recall-
games.
Sony
Yeah,
tried to be
'cause from
consumer
what I
friendly by
recall,
putting their
they,
stuff on
they had
PC,
bad
but it just
launches
ended up
twice.
turning people against them.
Yeah. But yeah, Destiny
from what I
1
know,
released
they
in a
turned
really
around.
bad state due to Activision's meddling, and it got better later when Bungie split off from Activision.
But then
And
Bungie
Destiny
didn't
2 just... Yeah, Destiny 2 released in a poor state because Bungie just made some really bad decisions at launch
Like-
and later recovered.
It's like my knowledge of the both Destiny games is basically it's one of those like, yeah, like the game's not that good until you get to like the holy grail DLC that like fixes all the game issues kind of thing.
Yeah,
People
if
are
you
like,
play
yeah,
them
this
now,
game
they're
is really
good.
bad, but then I know about their now infamous.
Didn't they
like,
remove an
revolting
entire
content
DLC
now-
from
yeah,
one of the games, though?
now they're like revolting content, and people were like, ooh.
Yeah. They
But-
stopped doing that, but the main reason they vaulted the content is it didn't have a place anymore, and you didn't get shit from it. There was genuinely no reason to play it.
It's still a weird thing to do.
I get it's a weird thing to do. They also did it because the game was starting to get a bit overloaded space-wise, and they didn't want it to end up being like a 200
Well,
gigabyte.
But like, isn't
Oh.
there like isn't there good story within the content that they vault though?
So far the
Or at
content
least
they vaulted,
relevant story?
it's no longer relevant, and the story stuff they vaulted so far was terrible to
Because then I look at me playing Final Fantasy 14, and I'm like, ain't no way that they could ever I mean, this is also an
Oh.
MMO, so it's kind of a different beast.
Yeah.
I would argue Destiny
I
is
guess,
an MMO.
But it's like,
No. So basically, since you play FF14, you know Launch FF14,
oh, I
the
know.
one they replaced.
Yeah,
That's basically what Year 1 Destiny was.
yeah. I
They
still
literally
find it very
rebooted
cool
the
that
world. That's why it's called A Realm Reborn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's also great though because it's also still actually canon too.
Speaking
Like,
of, I've
yeah.
been told the new
It's a
war in
big-
Warframe is
it's a big part of the
Warframe's
story.
A Realm Reborn.
Like a big
Yeah.
part of the story of A Realm Reborn is like the fact that like the world like the calamity, the infamous calamity of the game. It's like they make reference to it like so constantly. So it's
Yeah,
like
they did
yeah,
the
they
same.
rebooted the original game, but its effects are like ever present in the story.
They do the same. They did the same with the Destiny content.
Nice.
It's referenced a lot, and the stuff people liked was kept in. Like when they removed Forsaken, they kept in the raid, and one of the strikes people really liked.
Oh, that's good at least. Yeah, I was curious about that because I'm like, I think about, I guess from
The major
perspective of,
end game
I think
content
about
didn't get
that.
removed. They just removed the campaign.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm like, I would feel like it would feel weird, like, if they vaulted Final Fantasy 14 stuff, that you couldn't experience some of the stories, because like pretty much all of the stories matter, even the smaller ones, because those like little story arcs and little side things with different characters all kind of just build up the world and build to something. So I kind of thought, I was like, well, how does that even work if you're that kind of game and you're like straight up
Yeah.
getting rid of some of your story content?
The story content either doesn't really matter anymore, or is just doesn't make any sense to be involved with the new story.
Hmm.
Speaking of Warframe,
Dan,
Dennis, you need to get caught up in that.
I'm still deep in Final Fantasy 14, so that ain't happening.
Alright.
At least
the-
anytime soon.
The stuff that, I guess more specifically, the stuff in Destiny 2 that got vaulted was guns from Year 1 and Year 2, and the seasons. That stuff gets vaulted. Then, albeit they're slowly bringing it back. The Year 1 raids, unfortunately, got vaulted, but are also getting brought back at some point. The full Year 1 campaign and Forsaken campaign. The stuff that got kept in was all of the strikes from Year 1, all of the, or one of the strikes from Forsaken, because the other two were hated by the community, so they just removed them. And they also kept in the raid and the dungeon that Forsaken added.
Huh. Let's see.
Oh, back to the Sony multiplayer stuff. You guys excited for the marathon extraction shooter that has nothing to do with the single player games?
I don't know why Bungie did that.
I don't really know either. And also, considering it's Marathon, it probably will have something to do with the Marathon franchise, because Destiny also has something to do with the Marathon franchise, and Halo has something to do with the Marathon franchise, and the games before Marathon have something to do with the Marathon franchise.
That's why it's
I know
insane
so many
that
people who are
that
so
direction
upset
with
that
the
it's going to be an
Marathon
extraction
franchise.
shooter, because Marathon was a single player series, and what they wanted for a revival was a single player game.
I think people,
Yeah.
at the first mention of, hey, new Marathon game, there's that initial excitement of, oh my god, Bungie is, gonna just throw out a real classic single player experience like we're in the good old Halo days. And
Yeah.
they're not doing that. Like, I think people really hoped for, Bungie's gonna knock out of the park with a really sweet single player shooter experience. And they were not getting it. Where it's not going to do that at all, which is unfortunate.
Okay, just Marathon's lore. Marathon's just Marathon alone, ignoring all of Bungie's releases. Its lore is still not fully understood by the community, as well as the fact that a written version of it is fucking, I think, 100 pages.
Jesus.
That's without the other games.
All I know about Marathon is that the Reclaimer symbol in the Halo games comes from that, and that's about it.
In the older
Really?
Halo games, Marathon is canon. Ow.
I think you can actually
Yeah.
play the first 3 Marathon games for free now. Like, legally.
You can, yeah, they're open source.
They're freeware.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was actually going to see if I can get them to work on the Steam Deck. Because I think they have Linux versions.
They should, yeah. Yeah, man, Bungie's first game, or first major game, Hours into Darkness, takes place long before Marathon. Their second game takes place even longer before Marathon, because it's an ancient, medieval RPG, but there's still references. And then Halo takes place a long time after Marathon.
Pathways into
And
Darkness.
Destiny takes place even longer after Marathon.
Yeah, I just want to
And
point
yeah,
out
they're-
something with Belle's name. I apologize, Belle, if I keep pronouncing your name differently. I was recently talking with Zeno about the fact that I have a Chicago accent. I don't think I can pronounce your name normally. I think I am incapable of it because I have a Chicago accent. Oh, according to Belle, Marathon takes place after Halo.
Or no, yeah, it is after Halo,
We're
right?
just going by dates.
It's after Halo, so wait a minute, where's the Green Man?
You might be the Green Man. And now that Battle's reminded me that, yeah, your character is likely a really, really far advanced Spartan.
Green Man 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Grimbus.
Zeno, do you have anything to add? You've been awfully quiet.
No, I've just been listening.
Okay. Yeah, if
Yeah,
I can get the
let's just
marathon
say you
games
could go
running
on,
on
like-
the Steam Deck, Zeno, if you're interested, I can help you get them set up on yours.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Good. I guess Marathon 1 is straightforward and Marathon 2 is straightforward, but good luck getting the actual ending for Marathon 3. Good luck getting the actual ending for Marathon 3.
Is it like very difficult? Like, is it like behind? Like,
let's just say in order to get started, just fucking started on it, you have to play a secret level, which leads into a secret level, which leads into a secret level, that leads into a maze, that leads into a secret level.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Oh.
this just sounds like there's just more game content. So
You would have to know about it beforehand.
Yeah, these are really fucking well hidden. Just to start, you have to learn how to fucking grenade wall jump
What the fuck?
I mean,
with the assault rifle.
Bob, you post that
www.
marathon video in the server. We could probably watch it later.
you could go to www.gamefaqs.com.
Isn't that Bob?
It's still really hard to get there. Yeah,
I don't know. Was it?
it's even with the guide, it's really hard to get there just due to how like incoherent but coherent it is.
There are 2 blue shells. What the fuck?
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
for fuck.
Yeah, I have a red shell too.
Sounds like I have a banana.
Oh yeah, the game also gets into time loops, so there's like 5 different timelines going on at the same time. So good luck.
Oh dear. What's a series of videos?
You don't know what timeline you're in either. It's one of those series that's lore runs really deep, but despite being extremely confusing, it's almost completely coherent somehow.
I feel like it's like Elder Scrolls lore. Elder Scrolls lore is weird when you get into it.
Isn't the moon an elder god?
No, the other planets you see in the sky in Skyrim and some of the other games are actually infinite planes of reality.
Oh,
That's the Kalpa. That's
Actually.
according to Michael Kirkbride's cosmology book.
ah,
There's also the thing that any plot inconsistencies are officially explained as dragon breaks, which means all outcomes are actually canon because they all happen depending on when the dragon breaks occur. When and where.
also, yeah, I should note that we know the extraction shooter is canon just because the trailer makes references to the AI Durandal and the Four, which is the group of alien races that
For
have
example, all of
banded together.
Daggerfall's endings. Yeah, Daggerfall has multiple endings.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Other bits of funny or interesting / insane Elder Scrolls lore. Vivek, one of the Dunmer gods, at one point became female so Molag Bal could fuck him. And then changed back to male.
NB icon.
Molag Bal
Or wouldn't it
is
be-
a
wouldn't it be
very,
gender fluid?
very nasty Daedra who,
Or it's gender
in
fluid?
order to become one of his... Oh yeah, he also bit Molag Bal's penis off. There's that too. Serana and her mother became vampires through a ritual involving Molag Bal that I don't think I can repeat on Twitch. And
Yeah.
What I have to say has not been approved by Twitch moderation.
it hasn't been approved by the Vatican either, actually. God, what was the other one? Oh, in the first 2 games, Cyrodiil, the home of the Imperials, the home of the Empire, was a jungle. In the 3rd and 4th games, it was Rome because someone related to Cyrodiil wished it to not be a jungle, and also because the director decided that Rome sounded more fun than a jungle. But there's
Imagine
actually a
just living
canon reason
somewhere
why
and,
it
like,
changed.
Imagine just living in like a country or something, and you wake up one day and you're in fucking Rome instead of your home country, and your home country's disappeared off the map.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls lore is insane. Especially if Michael Kirkbride is involved, because I'm pretty confident he came up with most of Morrowind's lore while he was high on shrooms.
That would explain all the mushrooms everywhere.
That's the best way to come up with lore.
Morrowind specifically is insane compared to the rest of the series because a lot of it is so out there. Morrowind, you're not even on Morrowind in the game. You're on Vardenfell, which is an island, a very big island. You're not even on the mainland. And it's so alien compared to the rest of the series.
Everything is... I mean, besides the graphics being older, it kind of helps, honestly, making everything feel just wrong.
Yeah, and I love Morrowind. I really need to play more of it. It perfectly scratches that old computer itch.
I want to play Morrowind, but my main issues with the game is it's just really archaic. Like, I'm used to older games at this point, but it's hard to get into stuff like that for me.
I would recommend if you are going to play it, just turn the difficulty down. It makes the combat easier.
There's also a very specific build you can use that basically guarantees accuracy on attacks, too.
Yeah.
I tend to turn the difficulty down when I'm playing Bethesda RPGs because I don't play them for the challenge. I play them to get engrossed in the lore.
Makes sense.
And I will say,
yeah,
even with the difficulty all the way down in Skyrim, I still occasionally get killed.
Yeah. But it's like, I just like, I guess the weird kind of archaic hit and miss difficulty system, and just, I sound kind of just modern gamer to me, but just no objective markers.
If you use weapons you're skilled with, then you'll actually hit with them, but for some reason people don't seem to get that, according to Bill. Yeah, Morrowind's skill system also isn't very well explained to a modern audience. It took me 2 restarts before I actually understood how the skills work. It's especially weird if you're going from Skyrim to Morrowind, because Skyrim doesn't have the major minor skills. It's less weird if you're going from Oblivion to Morrowind, because Oblivion does have the major minor skills, but the minor skills in Oblivion don't have the penalty that they do in Morrowind. Because in Morrowind, only your major skills actually count towards your level ups. In Oblivion, the minor skills do, but they don't impact it as much. In Skyrim, there are no major or minor skills.
I do know Morrowind magic builds are just absolutely insane.
Especially with the spellcrafting.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go fly around and kill you with thousands of fireballs at once. Good luck. Which does also make sense due to story reasons.
This will probably be the... maybe one more cup after this?
We could probably do one more.
Yeah. Also, 2 of my favorite bits of lore in Morrowind, not really lore, but just funny bits, is right from the starting area, if you walk left instead of right, you can encounter a mage who used a levitation spell, and by the time you get to him, he falls to his death. If you're fast enough, you can reach him before he lands, and if you try to talk to him, he refuses to speak to you. And then as soon as you leave the conversation, he falls and dies. The other thing is the first guy you're meant to get quests from, Caius Kosades, who is a member of the Blades. Number 1, he's shirtless and jacked, and if you check his house, he actually has skooma nearby. Which means he's a junkie.
Yeah, I've actually been playing through Fallout 1 recently. And it is a lot different of an experience.
I mean,
besides the fact that it's a completely different genre.
Most Fallout fans don't even play the first 2.
Yeah, I'm doing just a full series playthrough, because I like doing full series stuff. So that does include Fallout 1, 2, Tactics, and Brotherhood of Steel.
You could probably get...
I mean, I'll leave, like... And yeah, if I start just hating the game, I don't force myself to finish it.
Yeah, normalize not forcing yourself or feeling like you need to finish games. I've done that on stream. I've quit a few games because I couldn't deal with them, like that fucking Wallace and Gromit game that was driving me insane.
Oh god. Yeah.
I was just trying to make one jump. I just wanted to make one jump, and I couldn't do it to save my life.
Yeah. But yeah, I would recommend Fallout 1 and 2. I grouped them both together because they play really similarly.
I
much different
want to play them because they actually interest me.
Just like Bethesda, in comparison to the writing Bethesda has, Fallout 1 and 2 feel like way different. Like Fallout,
Like a
I guess.
satire of American capitalism.
Like a what, Dennis?
What'd you say?
Like a satire on American capitalism and consumerism.
Yeah, that was kind of the point of the series, which Bethesda kind of didn't understand.
Now Bethesda's
Yeah.
like, wow, cool nukes.
Yep.
Blow up
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Like
Making
that's
blowing
like
up West Virginia a game mechanic.
Fallout 1, there are no like properly put together old war buildings. It's pretty much exclusively ruins that people have patched up, or just actually new houses people have built out of proper materials.
Actually, now that
They're a
I
lot
think about it, Bethesda drops the ball on like understanding the themes of Fallout, like right from the get-go with Fallout 3, which I love Fallout 3. I like, game of my younger days. Like I played that a lot. I like the game. I replayed it recently. But if you want to talk about how well they handle like overall themes of like, nuclear war and whatnot, they kind of drop the ball instantly because the absolute first quest your players are inclined to get the second they leave the vault is, do you want to blow up the big nuke in the middle of Megaton or not? And doing so gets you a fancy apartment.
Yeah. Like, I guess the theme, I don't know, like, what I'd consider Fallout 3 or 4's themes, but, like, the themes of Fallout 1 and 2 are just hopelessness, pretty much.
Fallout 4 is
This world is
definitely rebuilding. I believe that is the theme.
And then you nuke a bunch of stuff at the end of the game. The end.
Yeah, it kind of falls apart by the end. That's part of the reason why I never finished it, because I didn't want to do that. No, it was also
like,
because
Fallout...
the world was just fucking terrible.
Yeah, Fallout 1 is hopelessness and trying to survive that hopelessness, and the kind of just light at the end of it. Like, people are rebuilding, they're making new buildings, people are past getting by, farming. The world's kind of coming back to life. Fallout 2 is the kind of just destroying the remnants of the old world, the Enclave.
Bal says he doesn't think Fallout 1 and 2 are hopeless at all. I don't know anything about the story in them, other than Fallout 2, if you spend a certain amount of time, the game does actually end. Just automatically.
I guess not really hopelessness, but more just, like, getting past that hopelessness.
Well, Fallout 1 has a time limit, doesn't it?
I thought it was 2.
It has a time limit for the... Fallout 1 has a 150-day time limit to find the water chip when you start the game. After that, there is still a time limit, but they changed it in a later patch from 300 days to 13 years.
Oh.
In-game.
And I think in Fallout 2, the game just ends no matter what you do after 2 years or something.
Yeah. I know Fallout New Vegas' main themes is, I guess, letting go.
I thought I was being a funky little courier.
It's like,
the funny thing is, all the themes you've mentioned for the Fallout games so far, pretty much all of those apply to the Xenoblade games.
Yeah, that was one of 2 games I was going to bring up. The second one I can't bring up.
Like, literally, Xenoblade 3, just by itself, is all of those themes in one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, yeah, like, Fallout New Vegas, your main factions are Caesar's Legion, which are based on old Roman beliefs.
Oh, Bowser's Fallout 2 is the one with the 13-year time limit. That's the one that I thought.
Oh. Okay. I do know Fallout 1 got a really long time limit after people complained about how short the time limit after the water trip was.
I wasn't in. Again, I think.
Hello. Lizard. Yeah, like, Mr. House in Fallout New Vegas, he wants to rebuild the old capitalist society of the Strip and that whole thing, as he kind of just idolized it, despite it being what ended up destroying the world in Fallout.
And the funny thing is that New Vegas was actually written by one of the guys who wrote Fallout, because that was Chris Avellone.
Yep. It was a lot of the old dev team, actually.
Because most of the RPG teams at an Interplay split off into two different groups. One group followed Brian Fargo and became In Exile. The other group followed Chris Avellone and became Obsidian. And ironically, both got bought by Microsoft and are now working with Bethesda under the same roof, basically.
Get put back together. And Fallout New Vegas is just a... Even if you don't like the gameplay, the writing is just amazing, and it's amazing what the Obsidian managed to do in such a little time.
One Dick Johnson.
What's a Chicago?
What'd you say?
What's a Chicago?
I'll play through the Fallout games at some point. At the moment, I'm playing through Skyrim again, because it's been so long since I've done a complete playthrough of Skyrim. I was actually probably going to do the other Elder Scrolls games, because I do want to play Arena and Daggerfall.
Yeah.
And I was going to play through the Fallout games at some point. I probably
If you need...
won't do the Fallout games in order. I'll probably do 3 New Vegas and 4, maybe in that order, and then do 1 and 2 at another point.
Yeah, if you need a good vanilla mods list that don't, like, add much, I can give you a pretty good one for New Vegas, because I used one that made the game really stable.
Yeah, when I pick out mods for games, especially Bethesda RPGs, I like to curate my mods. I want to keep stuff that adds mechanics or things that I think we're missing. That's usually going to be like bases and whatnot, or homes. And
Yeah.
stuff that improves upon the original intent and mechanics of the game rather than adding stuff wildly.
Yeah, like, for my Fallout New Vegas playthrough, I had a stabilizer, multiple stabilization mods, and just a texture and graphical improvement. Or not even graphical improvement, just texture improvement. Oh, jeez. Ooh, big one.
Yeah, like for my Skyrim playthrough, I have Heavy Armory, which improves the variety of weapons to keep it in line with the previous Elder Scrolls games, because they removed a lot of weapon types. And I have another mod, actually 2, that add in a ton of new spells, some of which are really cool.
Yeah, like for Fallout 3, I did do a few mods that add content, but that's stuff that was from Fallout 1 and 2 that never got added back in, like all of the real-world guns. Because Fallout 1 and 2 actually had a lot of real-world guns. Like H&K, G11, and the Desert Eagle. Those are in that. Actually, H&K's G11 is one of the like endgame assault rifles. You know, I guess you know what a Desert Eagle looks like. Have you seen the G11 before?
Yeah, I played Left 4 Dead 2.
There you go. Where's the G11?
I don't know what's in Left 4 Dead 2, but I know that one of the default guns is Desert Eagle. Other than that, I don't know anything about guns. I am not exactly a gun person.
Oh, right, you're saying that. Yeah, the H&K G11 is fucking weird. It's loaded by a stick mag from the front of the gun, and then it has a crank handle to actually lock low, or instead of a slide.
What the fuck?
When I get around
So, yeah.
to the Fallout games, I will definitely ask other people for mods, because if I'm going to be adding stuff with guns, I would literally have no idea what would even be worth adding.
Yeah. The one thing with the kind of cool thing of that gun, though, is it fires fast. Okay, yeah, that's the G11 that I'm thinking of. I'll post a picture of it. And...
How are we still on this? Was this the last one?
I don't know. I think so.
I think it's the last one.
Alright.
I just looked it up. That is fucking weird.
Did anyone post it? Or...
Why is it so
Yeah,
blocky?
just give me a minute. There you go.
I'm sorry, what?
Why is it so
So that-
blocky?
So that's one with a bayonet attached to it, because yes, it has a bayonet.
Whoa.
It's a fucking
Can't that be-
one-handed gun. Why does it have a bayonet?
No, it's not a one-handed gun.
Oh no,
No,
it's not.
that's two hands.
All right.
Yeah. So that little
Wow, I
weird
didn't-
thing on the stock, that's the crank handle. And the little thing, the little like ridge above the scope is the magazine, or below the scope is the magazine.
What
Ain't that just the black? Is that just the black box from TF2?
But it has, if I remember correctly, it has one of the fastest fire rates of any assault rifle.
So Lizardman says.
Because the way it works is the.
Speaking of Bethesda, any interest in Starfield? You know, I haven't actually seen any of the trailers for it.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of tentatively interested, depending on execution. Because for me, that's like I will wait for impressions, and if it's not a technical mess, and people aren't saying that the writing drops the ball in a major way like Fallout 4 does, be like, yeah, sure, I'll pick it up, because it looks neat, and definitely has a lot of
I'm
promise
gonna
to it.
try it out at launch.
But yeah, I'm like, I hope they don't, drop the ball on this one.
I want
Yeah.
Starfield to come out so I can start hearing about Elder Scrolls 6 because that's the one I'm more interested in since I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan.
They've already dropped the ball in one way though, which is the fact that they have a space game in which you will have playable humans only, and there's like no aliens.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
they haven't referenced any alien races. There's no
Like yeah,
aliens.
there's really no reference to any like interactable sentient alien races that you can interact with and have
There's
storylines with.
creatures.
You just have alien creatures that you fight, and those are your
Yeah.
enemies. But nothing like an alien race that has their own culture and language that you interact with. So that I haven't seen any of that, which is the major downside for a space game to me.
In
Also,
defense
of
of
course,
that-
you can only play as humans.
In defense of the no aliens, only humans thing, watch The Expanse.
Yeah, actually, do.
But like, Expanse isn't a role-playing video game though. Expanse is a singular story that wants to tell its story. It isn't a game that's whole
Yeah.
thing is you craft the story, you make your own world, and this is
Still, though, The Expanse can show you what can be done with a world where there are no aliens and it is just a story of humans.
And it does it extremely
and that's one thing
well.
that-
I would highly recommend watching it. Even if you don't think it's relevant to this conversation, please watch The Expanse. Elias Tufexis is in it. Not for
I
long,
know.
but he is in it.
I know.
Yeah, and that's
Also,
just,
Fred Johnson in the show is
Yeah,
played by
very
the guy who played Coach in Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, he was in The Walking Dead also.
Yeah, I forget the actor's name, but it's the same guy. Alright, that'll be it
Yeah,
for Mario Kart
they're-
tonight.
just real quick, because how fucked the HNK G11 is. Here's the left side, like bottom left corner, is how the fuck that thing works. It is a gun.
What in the goddamn...
What the fuck?
The bullets and the stick mag are facing downwards. That crankshaft that you crank up pushes them in and then points them in the right direction, and it just keeps spinning.
Why?
What in the fuck? I don't know if I want to show this on stream necessarily, and this is in the collab channel, so not many people would be able to see this, but holy shit.
That makes
It's,
no sense.
the main reason it's like that is because it can fire fast.
Oh, according to Bell, it was a prototype.
Yeah, it was also a prototype.
Okay, I thought this was like commercially available or something.
It's cool though,
I
just the way it works.
call it cool.
The mechanics behind it are interesting.
It is one.
I may not like how
Goofy-looking
guns are used,
prototype.
but I can. Yeah, when you do the 3-round, if you do the 3-round burst, it does 2,000. It does 2,100 rounds a minute,
Jesus.
460 rounds a minute at full auto. The design was to fire bullets as fast as you possibly can.
I'm guessing that thing had overheating problems.
I think it did. But yeah, one
'Cause-
firing at burst fire just sounds like it's firing a single shot.
Jesus.
Yeah, that
I'm gonna close the
definitely
lobby.
would have melted some internals.
For comparison, the AK-47 only fires at a rate of 600 RPM.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't have a very good auto rate of full auto, but at 3-round burst, it's yeah.
That's insane.
Alright, thank you guys for joining. Next week I think we're doing Left 4 Dead 2. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Zeno can finally join. I want to see if we can get maybe a slightly different group for Left 4 Dead 2. So that way it's not everybody just from before, but we shall see. I'll talk to you guys about that in the collab channel after stream. I will say I did talk to Kohai because he had an interest in playing Left 4 Dead 2 and he will be unable to join at least next week, but maybe, yeah, he might not even join with this group. We might just do it on our own at some other time. But I just want to make that known.
I'm down to join, but if you want like a different group, then I am good sitting out.
Yeah, it entirely depends on who I can find. If I can if Jaya can join, I don't think he was in the last group.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, if I'm around and you need a player, I'm good usually, but you know,
My weekends
I'm obviously, yeah, I'm also obviously fine sitting out instead. If you have a different group, but if you need me, no, I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah, my weekends are always empty, so I'll be available.
Okay. Well then, I will see you guys later.
Yeah, good time. See you next week and in streams.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So that is it for stream tonight. Good stream. Thank you, Loser Man. We will be doing... What are we doing tomorrow? Spyro! We're doing Spyro 3 tomorrow. Finally starting that. I'll also post a new schedule on Monday. We'll be continuing Klonoa Fantasy Reverie series on Monday. It'll be Klonoa 2, I think. Tuesday we're starting Resident Evil 4, the original, not the remake. And Wednesday we'll be going back to Fuga Melodies of Steel. Bad stream, I'm reporting you to Streams Johnson and he's going to kick your ass. Okay, Streams Johnson. Ugh. Alright, retard. Up. Drill, if you want to hang out after stream, I have a Discord. If you want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates, I have a Twitter. And if you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. Let's see, is Lily still live? Does not look like it. Okay, it was Lily's birthday and I was hoping to raid her, but it looks like she is done streaming. Alright. Who are we going to raid? One last fucking yawn. I haven't raided Seika. Let's raid Seika Sky. We're gonna raid Seika Sky. He's a good bean. He's actually, I think showed up to his stream recently, as a matter of fact. He's streaming Super Mario RPG. I believe it's his first time playing it. Okay. Let's see. Raid message. Okay. Sorry, I'm very tired. I'm just a little eepy right now. I'm gonna go for the classic Dapper Dragon raid. And of course, you know the drill. Oh, shit. You can use whatever emotes you want. You can use your emotes, my emotes, someone else's emotes, as long as you copy the raid message. That's all I care about. I will see you all tomorrow. Let me get that raid queued up, and I will send you guys off. There we go. Alright. You all have a lovely evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.